But when you climax,
oh god, I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
You barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right, let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" And I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
But they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
Because they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all...
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no.
See, I've never had it done.
You. Garfield and Friends from Pickle Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the first one.
This
Times a hit.
Yeah, they hate that one. There are two actual songs.
There's two of them.
Well, that's what he sent me a picture.
Ready
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're ready. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield and Friends. And then I think there's another verse.
I love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yep.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop and there's a pig's head in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did
pig's
you
head.
make that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say, I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we having
We can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a trend.
I hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw.
What? If you back up with the saw.
We'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible film.
It's horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
Do it.
No.
Oh shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit,
What do you need to do?
I don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
We're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PT Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
For the first time, Ashley is joining us.
Hello.
Say hi. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to the show. I know it's weird you don't hear yourself, but, you know, that's kind of what we've evolved into.
I'm the only one that can hear.
Is it still delayed a bit?
No.
No.
Really?
Oh no, I can. I mean, it's like enough to where I can hear myself talking,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
So, Ashley, you're a podcaster. I
am.
a gamer. Tell us about yourself. Like, what show do you host and all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, so I host a Disney podcast called Pixie Dust Twins with my best friend of 23 years, Sammy. We've been doing it for 3 years. We just hit our 3-year anniversary. Oh, no. We're hitting our 3-year anniversary on the 11th of this week.
Ooh.
So our anniversary episode comes out tomorrow. And then
awesome.
Yeah. And then I have my own podcast called the By Ashley Danny podcast, which is all about writing and reading because that's like my personal jam. I love to write and read and I collect books.
What
yes.
platforms can they find you on? Find that episode tomorrow.
Pretty much everything. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere where you stream.
And you said it's called the, what was it again?
Pixie Dust
Pixie
Twins.
Dust Twins podcast.
Pixie Dust Twins podcast, yes.
Yeah. So you guys do a lot of Disney chat and stuff like that on
That's-
there. That's all Disney.
Yeah, pretty much all Disney. This summer we're switching it up. We're doing a summer of Harry Potter, so we're going away
Ooh.
from Disney. So I'm super excited.
Like Warner Brothers style, you know? Crazy.
Yeah, but
That's good.
Sammy and I love Harry Potter, so we're really excited.
I'm excited for the show, actually. I've been hearing a lot of good things. We're going to be seeing Harry Potter for the next 10 years or something
Oh,
soon.
the TV show.
TV
Oh,
show,
I'm
TV
yeah.
show.
super excited.
Yeah. I hope they cast it well and do the writing well. I hope so. Hope it's going to be good.
Next question I had was, since you're new to the show, but not new to us, but new to the audience. We've only been talking about you for a really long time. How about
A good year.
Oh, it's coming up.
Oh,
You're in
it's
June.
coming up. Yeah.
You're in June.
How about you and Brett talk about how you guys met and how you're a thing?
So it was online. It's a dating app, Bumble.
Bumble,
Dating
would you
apps
look at
work
that?
sometimes, you know?
Online dating at its finest.
Well, they
Yeah.
work so far. I mean, we've known a few people that have done online dating, not just you guys. That's why we're saying that, because we actually know somebody who is, I think Tony met his on an online, right?
I know 2 people at
Yeah.
work that have very successful online dating relationships for 15 plus years.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it works.
One of
So
them being a doctor that I work with.
the main
and-
thing is like anomalies, you know, where you see that kind of stuff. Where Alex and I, we had long distance for 4 years.
Yeah.
So
One of the doctors I work with
right.
that watches Pixel, she actually met her husband online before it was a thing.
Oh yeah, weren't they?
When it was like web browser and it was like
Yeah.
eHarmony.
Were
Yes.
they doing the videotape thing?
I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
was
She
before
just I remember her
eHarmony.
telling like it's before online dating was like online dating. That's how they met, and they've been together ever since.
Those dating tapes? I think that's a generational
was-
thing.
that was a 90s thing.
Yeah, that's before
Yeah.
us.
I remember in American Pie, Jim set up an online profile
Yeah.
to try to get
Get the
a prom
ladies?
date. Yeah.
0
And
messages.
took a picture with his external webcam.
Yeah.
That's
So with
90s.
the online
gosh.
dating thing, did you guys just like go out on a date, or like how did you guys end up? How does Bumble work? Is that the
So
Ashley
Bumble is
swipes left or
one-
right, or what?
Well, we both swipe, but I get to talk to him first.
Right,
The
Ah.
females talk first.
Women have to initiate contact.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we talked for like
4
for
weeks. I know how long we talked. 4 weeks.
We talked 4 weeks, and then you wanted to meet, and I wasn't ready yet, so it was 5 weeks before we actually set a date.
She knows the
She
numbers.
said no.
Okay, go ahead.
We matched. I know this. This is so sad. We matched on the 23rd of May. We started talking on the 24th. I wanted to meet after a week. He made me wait.
A week?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I did. And then on the 25th of June was our first like in-person date when we met.
That. I did.
Where'd you go? What'd you do?
He took me to O'Charlie's, which I've never been, so that was my first time. And then we went and saw Top Gun Maverick.
That's a good first date.
It was both our second time seeing it, right?
Yes.
But you went with someone who
had never seen Top Gun before.
Had never seen Top Gun, which didn't make any sense to me.
Because she's a young college student that I was mentoring, and she never saw it.
Okay, all right.
I knew I wanted to see it again, so I just like, hey, have you seen it? Didn't you say that you didn't really get to?
I didn't get to enjoy it because I had to sit there and explain Top Gun to this girl.
Oh, this is happening in this person's kid and this relationship.
Yep. And honestly, I just wanted to go on a date, so it didn't matter what movie took me to.
So I did the original movie and a dinner.
Yep.
Yeah, movie first, then dinner.
You guys have got a trip coming up.
We did dinner, then movie.
It's good to do the movie first for some reason, I've heard, for first dates, because then you have something to talk about.
Generally, I agree.
Oh, I didn't even think about
that. Especially because it's not so much a problem now, but if you get delayed getting out of the restaurant, but it was Jefferson Point, so we were right there.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. And, I mean, we had a lot to talk about. We were still getting to know each other at that point, so.
Good
when
stuff.
did you guys find out that you were both podcasters?
It was before we met.
Yeah, it was when we were
so it's
texting.
like on your profiles?
No, but we definitely talked about it. And
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, holy crap. Well, no,
small world.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I started listening to you guys on the podcast before I met him.
Oh, interesting.
I was literally watching the podcast on YouTube every week.
It sounds like
Lurking.
me and you. Like if I had pictures to look at or video, I was like,
Alex
oh my
was
god.
She was a
That was a
stalker,
creep.
bro. But somehow she won.
Yeah,
as a stalker,
I won.
she wins.
I win.
That's a good
It's
thing.
okay.
Good and bad at the same time. Big thing about on this day, by the way. It's not really that big, but there's a couple things. First one is on this day in 2003, so 20 years ago, Finding Nemo, the video game, was released on PlayStation 2. Now, the reason why this is big is because it's a movie-based video game. I wanted to ask if you guys had a favorite one.
The Punisher.
Movie-based video game?
Movie-based video game.
Licensed game.
Licensed game.
But on a license from a movie because there's all kinds of licenses.
The first one that comes to mind, to be honest, is the PC Toy Story game. The side scroller.
Toy Story's a big one. Yes.
The side scroller one where you're you're in Andy's room and you have to it's almost like Mario, but
was it the top down one as well where you were on RC?
No, it wasn't top down.
It was
a side scroller.
Because Super Nintendo, you had RC, the car where you were driving.
I didn't play that one. I don't know what it was. I just know we had the demo on.
Oh, you had a demo.
I had a demo on
That's
PC,
different. Demos
and I
are
was
different.
like, "Oh my god, this is so awesome!"
Demos, you're only getting a taste.
I know, but that demo on AOL speed and all that kind of stuff,
I'll have to look it up. If
an old computer, it took forever to run the demo.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Do you have one, Ashley?
Well, the first one that came to my mind was Aladdin from Super Nintendo. I used to play that one all the time. But recently, I'm obsessed with Hogwarts Legacy, which is based off of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh,
they do have a lot of base stuff on
yeah,
that, but
it's a lot of fun
beforehand.
So there was a Punisher game that came out alongside the movie. It was not based on the movie, but I think Batman Begins for PS2 and original Xbox was really good.
Spider-Man 2, I hear, was really good too.
Spider-Man 2 also very good.
Now the thing is, I played the first Spider-Man game. This one comes to mind. I was able to quote it when we were in the movie theater when Alex and I saw it because it came out a month before.
Yeah.
It came out April. I actually had the date here. It came out April 16th.
I played a little bit. The first one was weird because when you web swing, your web would go above all the buildings.
And it does. Yeah, it didn't even
So
matter.
it's just you're lashing onto the sky.
The clouds.
Yeah, I played it on GameCube, so I had a different ending and different animations and stuff. It was a little shoddy, but I was able to quote it in theater. So Alex was looking over at me.
I was looking at him.
Have you seen this already?
Seen this?
I was able to quote Uncle Ben's stuff. When he was in the car and
Power
everything,
comes great
the whole thing that he says.
Yeah, I was like, "Have you seen this before?" He's like, "No," and it was all like,
I played the game.
This is the Tobey Maguire one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Back in 02.
Superman Returns, that garbage game.
God, no. Well, no, I never played it, but all Superman games have not been good.
No.
So, but ones that have not been said is GoldenEye.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Any
Of course.
Lego game is based off of most movies.
Yeah.
Most Lego games.
Well,
Lord of the
Lego
Rings.
game movie, or the
Yeah,
Lego video game movie.
that is
game.
actually hard to play. I didn't even beat
I
that.
loved it.
Did you really?
I loved it. I've almost
The other
100%
one that
it.
I think all of us played was the what was the Star Wars game? The pod racing one.
Episode
That's
1
free
Racer.
right now on Games for Gold.
Pod Racer.
What?
Yeah.
Pod Racer?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that on Games for Gold?
Yeah, it's free. I've been playing it. I've gotten a bunch of
What?
achievements. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
I didn't know it
download
was
that.
released on Xbox.
I didn't know.
We've had it on the Switch. I didn't even know it was
Yeah.
a console, like another
It's-
console.
Is that
I
what
mean-
it's called? Pod Racer?
Yes, episode
think
1
so.
Racer.
Episode 1 Racer, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's based off. Okay, so we should probably download that. and play
right
it.
Yeah.
away.
I didn't know that was out. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, another one was Lord of the Rings. Like a lot of people like the Return of the King game that came out back in 2005 or 6, whatever year that came out. And then also on this day, 11 years ago, Minecraft was released on the Xbox 360.
You said
So-
how many years?
11. 2012.
I feel like it was longer than that. Like, because we've been back almost 10 years.
It was a year before we moved.
I guess, I mean, I do remember you playing online
I
with.
played until the sun rose.
Yeah, I know.
That game was an obsession.
You guys
for me.
had like this group. I played, and we still have like our area that we built back in the day, and you've got all of the people in our little squad at the time made these extravagant houses.
Yes.
And I can't take what's in my head and put it into like Lego
you don't
box
have to be that
form.
creative. You don't have to be.
You say that, but
You
like
don't.
I said, every time we play, we start on like a brand new server, whatever. They're like, "Oh, guys,
I made a
it's-
house.
I made a house," and I'm like, "I dug a hole."
You have a mud hut, is what you
Or
have.
I make a mud hut.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
That's why we play Sims.
And they already have. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
see,
The
that's why I
Sims is a
play
little
Sims.
different.
Love
There's
me
another
some
game
Sims.
that I was showing her that's coming out on PC. I don't know if it's out right now. It might be in beta still, but it's like The Sims, but you can actually scale stuff and build entire
Oh.
environments and
Mhm.
things like that.
Ooh.
It's really
looks
interesting.
really
I saw a
cool.
TikTok of it. I'll have to
Ooh.
see if I can find it. It's like a new Sims, but you still have to take care of people, I think. But I'm pretty certain.
It's
you-
yeah.
there's
It's
a
a lot
lot
like
to
The
it
Sims.
like
I don't
that.
remember what it's
Interesting.
called.
so yeah. So we all went to a convention.
Yeah, I gotta.
Mhm.
I've got to tell my Charlie Hunnam story.
Oh yeah, I got a photo for that actually to put up. So you met him
I did.
and you
we
were
did.
cheesing.
Oh, she.
I like
yes.
Brett. I have to tell you when I was messaging you on group chat, and I was like, "Hey, where's the picture?" And you posted it up, and I was like, I automatically started laughing. I'm like, Brett is so freaking happy right now.
He
Like,
was
you
very
can just
happy.
See it in your face.
So, do you want me to just tell it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my first con, and I didn't love it because
Oh, we
There-
got stories.
there's too
Yeah.
many people,
There's a lot of people in this one.
and the vendor tables were cool, but
Mhm.
it's nothing that you could find online. You know,
Mhm.
the celebrity row was interesting. I did see all the Sons of Anarchy people from a distance.
Yeah.
So the whole reason for going though was for Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
So we bought a photo op and we made it to the room, and it's a big room, and then they had the curtains up so you couldn't actually see who's behind them. But he had like 5 photo op sessions between Sons of Anarchy, Triple Frontier with Garrett Hedlund, and then his own personal ones.
Okay.
All like right in a row. Then he had a panel right after all of his photo sessions. So of course they're running behind. And so my anxiety in this line, because some guy that acting like a stormtrooper, line police came in and sends us to another line, and so I'm like, oh boy, am I in the right line? And I'm waiting, and people are talking about what's going on and all this, and it was not good for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But they started churning, right? They just once it was time. This lady had a phone scanning our QR codes for the session that we bought, handing us a ticket, and basically, so once the line started moving, it started moving quick.
Yeah.
So we get up there, and I'm feeling better then because the line's moving and I can see the end game here.
Yeah.
So get up there, and we take a left into where the curtain starts, and then to a right, and there he is. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with my arms, you know? And
You don't look
Ashley's-
that awkward.
Yeah, you don't
Ashley's
look
like,
that awkward.
well, just put it around his back. He's putting his arm around people as he is in this picture. It's like, okay, so as soon as it's my turn, I walk up, I shake his hand, and I don't even know what I said. Like, the whole
You
thing
were
is a blur.
starstruck.
But I bro hugged him, and he bro hugged me back.
Aww.
And so we get on the side, and I can't stop grinning. I cannot stop grinning. And so the photographer takes one picture. She's like, let's do another one. Because in the other picture, he's got kind of this like smirk,
smirk, yeah.
Not like he's unhappy, but he's just, just a smirk.
Different
So
smile.
we get done. I thank you, Charlie. I shake his hand again, and he's super nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we leave, and the whole thing is done in like 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So the memory of the actual meeting is already starting to fade on me.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Just because I was starstruck for one.
Mhm.
I said in my post that I'm cheesing
Yeah.
because I can't believe this is Charlie Hunnam. And I even said as we're walking out, I just hugged Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And
Was this your first celebrity?
so I
Meet
met
and
some
greet?
people when I went to Arkansas for the Walmart shareholders. I met Peyton Hillis, who was a running back for Cleveland Browns at the time,
Okay.
and Paul Tuttle, who did the whole thing with Orange County Choppers. He was
This
big
is
in
your
that.
first
Okay.
movie star.
This is the first big star you could say.
Okay.
So we get done and we get our pictures and everything's fine. And I'm just thinking, how does he act so happy when he's meeting thousands of people in a given time? In a day like this, he did this for 3 days,
Mhm.
autograph sessions, photo op on top of photo op. And he was so nice and happy to meet everybody, unless because he's an actor, he's just acting like that.
You never
Which
know.
could be, but and again, only meeting him for 10 seconds, I can't really get an idea of what he was really thinking, but
Yeah.
it couldn't have gone better. And I really wish that I had a chance and more time and the tolerance to do an autograph session, because there you get a little more time. It can be
Yeah.
a little more
Personal.
personable with them.
Right.
So if he ever does one again, that's what I'd like to
That's
do.
what's weird is because when we went to PopCon, it was different. They did both in one.
They did both in
Yeah.
one. I think it depended on how big the celebrity was,
Oh,
actually.
well, we saw Barb from Versus.
Yeah, she was,
right in the morning, so no
Hey, it
one
was
else
first thing in
was
the morning, so
there.
there was like
Yeah.
5 people in her line. We're like, oh well, hey, might as well. And you didn't have to like pre-buy tickets or anything. You just walked up and we talked to her. She liked my cosplay, and I took a picture with her, and I was like,
When
hey.
when we bought our photo op session, we bought number 2. Number 1 was already sold out. I think
Yeah.
they added a third one.
Pretty certain.
He
they did.
pretty
did.
sure he was like the headliner of Celebrity
Oh
Row.
yeah.
Other than that, Flash or somebody else was there that already
Grant
had.
Austin.
Grant.
He was he's a big contender too.
Yeah.
So I don't know him at all.
Now
like,
Ron Perlman is a big star,
Yeah.
but he's older, and I don't think he gets kind of the
Attention from the
same
younger kids.
demographic.
Yeah.
Yes.
true.
So, but it was great, and I'm gonna frame this picture. We
Mhm.
both got one then, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
frame it and throw it up on the wall. Actually,
Yeah.
do you remember the meeting him? Do you remember the actual
Do you remember meeting him?
Me?
meeting
Yeah.
Charlie?
I do.
How? So you say how it went for you?
So
ahead.
Brett, you're
Because
still
Alex
cheesing
and I,
over
we've
here.
met
You
celebs.
sound like a little
He's
kid.
so cheesing.
You tell
We-
this story.
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
No, it was a really cool experience. This was my first celebrity that I've actually met. Most
Okay.
that I've seen was like more of a distance thing, and it was at Disney World when I saw him. So they had like a horde of people around him.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to walk up. I shook his hand. I said hi. Like he's super tall. Like
I
I
didn't
was
realize
looking
that.
up at him.
Yeah.
I felt like I was this little kid. But he was super nice and thanked us for coming out to see him, and it was I don't know.
That's
It
the
was
thing.
it was a great experience.
He thanked us.
Yeah.
Here I am thanking him. Of course, he's getting paid lots of money because of everybody who bought
Yeah.
photo ops.
Yeah.
But he's if he means it, thanks for. And I also thought about this. I'm like, wonder what it's like to be someone. Now Charlie Hunnam's not a huge star. He's a big star, but he's not like George Clooney, Brad Pitt, that kind of star.
Right.
But I wonder what it feels like when you're not huge to realize thousands of people are coming just to see you.
Exciting.
It might
Yeah.
be a wake up call to your career.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah.
actually have fans out there that that's also a good thing about conventions is because it gives you an opportunity to meet the people that are supporting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
He-
gives you a little more of a wake up call.
I
like a
mean,
woke-
he
oh,
did
okay.
Sons of Anarchy. He's done some movies, but he's
Yeah.
not a huge movie star.
Well,
You have to think
He
about
hasn't
it.
been given the right. He'll get handed something
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
one
You
day.
have to
I
think
loved
about
King
it
Arthur,
this way
but, you know.
too. Is
It
that
wasn't. I thought it'd be bigger. I thought it'd be successful.
just like musicians, bands, artists, things like that. The only way they are popular is their fandom.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
it was not for you and you in this line, like,
Well,
he could be nothing.
and I'm kind of glad he's not bigger because he probably wouldn't do an Indiana PopCon if he was any bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've we've had our experiences meeting celebrities and stuff like that, and it's always been great. I haven't really met a bad one or somebody who doesn't really want to be
What
there.
are some of the big ones you've?
Oh,
met?
I mean, most of ours have been artists as far as music.
A lot of
artists.
music,
Like
yeah.
we've met Chester Bennington
Right.
On
we-
accident.
We've told that story
yeah,
100
on
times.
accident.
We've met From Ashes to New
Multiple times.
multiple
And now
times.
they know who we are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they know Alex by freaking height, weight.
I guess,
everything.
man. I walked up. I'm like, they're not gonna remember me. And I walked up, and they were all like, "Hey, what's up?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, you know who I am.
You know me. We've met movie stars before, haven't we? I'm certain we've ran into somebody. Nothing really comes to mind right now, but because
we accidentally met Samir.
Oh yeah, there's another
from
artist,
Fly-
another artist,
Flyleaf.
Flyleaf. That was another guitarist, but
Oh.
I'm certain I've met a movie star or two. I just can't think of any right now.
Nothing's
Off the
like
top of
coming
my
to
head.
mind for like,
No.
wow, we met this person.
No, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We've met celebrities. We've seen celebrities on the street.
I mean, we've gone to a couple cons where we've done like passerbys and go, oh, blah blah blah's here, this person's here, and we've just like seen them, but like to go up and like take a picture and shake their hand, we've not like done that with
At a convention.
at a convention.
No. That's really
But,
awesome. That you
Yeah,
had
the
that awesome
starstruck feeling,
experience.
especially when you have to you have a line of so many people and you don't have that personable 10 minutes or even like a couple minutes to talk. It's just all right, 10 seconds and you have to get to the next person. I mean, because they only have so much time. So.
Well, and it's quite possible even with his autograph sessions, there may not have been a lot of that because his lines were long, and
Yeah.
people around us for the photo op said that they got in his autograph line, but it was really long. They waited a long time.
Yeah, right.
So, and one lady said she didn't even get to him because he had to go off for photo ops.
Mhm.
So, still like to try sometime, but you never know. It may not be
Go a
as
second day.
personable as I.
Just go another day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Alex and I were okay. So we just found out that there's going to be 2 conventions in August, not just Indie PopCon, but we're also going to be going to Gen Con, I think, which is
Yeah.
more
Video
games.
game based.
Mhm.
So they have a cosplay contest and more cosplay stuff that we
This actually
workshops
has more
and
like
stuff.
workshops and panels and like classes, and I'm like, and it's like a whole day's worth of a schedule. And I was like, I'll go to that. It's like photography 101, posing, how to sew, glue this, and it's like
working with different
hands-on
material
and-
types.
Yeah, and I was like, that's worth going to. Like
So-
for this one, Josh and I only had we had gone to a posing 101 basically,
Mhm.
which was very helpful. Like it's the easiest things you don't think about when you're posing for a picture, because like this is the very basic. All right, say cheese. Either do a hug or hands down. But like if you're like
So Brett,
modeling,
so we found out that Ashley would be facing at 1 and Brett's facing at 3.
yeah. So like
That means your
there's
shoulders
like a
are
1,
turned.
2, and 3 rule that
We
like
just
the
learned all
easiest
this
tiny thing. Put your shoulders
photography
at 1,
stuff.
your head at 2, put this at 3, and it's like. And this
That'll
lady,
pose
this
yourself.
cosplayer slash model was up just doing a slideshow. She was amazing, by the way. Had a great personality. But she taught us like just 10 basic things about modeling and posing for cosplay, and I was like, that is the easiest shit that nobody thinks about. And like she's just like, yeah, there. And then she's like, everybody stand up, let's try it out. I'm like, oh my god, it's the easiest stuff
Turn
that
your
you don't
hips
think about.
Turn your hips at different levels. Like there's a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
She talked about
3
like
o'clock,
triangles
1, 2,
and
3.
like all this other different things that like
Moving your
you
arms
realize
in
why
certain
you like a picture, but you don't realize why you like that picture. And she pointed it out why, with being like human and visual aspects of things and why you're attracted to certain things. And I was like, oh, I got some good things to do.
You normally don't realize it unless you're the photographer.
I
did studio
know.
photography for 3 years and had to learn all those things.
Yeah.
And posing people and
I wish I would have
Yeah,
taken
I
some.
could
More,
still
I wish I
do
would have
it.
taken photography. Like all myself is.
Me too.
self-taught.
I had signed
So.
up for it in high school, and then it was full or something, so I couldn't take it. So I didn't, and I was like, oh man, that would have been awesome too.
I love
But-
it. I need to start it back up.
I mean, you guys saw a lot of cosplay. Did you see anything interesting?
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Like every Star Wars,
Well, there's always
Stormtroopers,
so many Star
there was
Troopers.
tons of really impressive stuff.
For you guys, for it being your major first convention. I mean,
There, I saw the Predator walking around. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
that was cool.
yeah. We had a photo with the Resident Evil Nemesis right when we walked in with Jake, and my gosh, so Jake, he got a lot of attention by a lot of people. We have some photos to show on that as well too. I mean, did you? I mean, Alex, you got to talk about your cosplay contest.
Oh yeah,
Because it didn't go too well. Do you think it was just because of the number of entries?
No.
No.
Oh.
Just the fact that I guess.
I'm gonna
Well,
go
are you
through
just gonna
these.
like go through this while I'm
These are ones
talking?
that I have on here. Yeah, you can talk.
Okay. Just compared, like, unfortunately, it just, all right, I didn't place at all. When I signed up for the cosplay contest for this Comic-Con, it was very clear that there were, the entries that you had was either youth, which was less than 10 years old, I believe was what it was. And then you had novice, which is like, a beginner. But it's all based off of, this one was based off of how, the categories are based off of how many cons you've been awarded, like, or you've been in, basically. So I couldn't have been a novice because I technically won like a tiny award last year. So I had to be in intermediate. So I was in intermediate, and then the next class after that is master. And that was it. And then they said that there was going to be a first place, which got $500 in that category, and then a second place, which was $250 in that category. And that was it. The actual ending of the contest was there was the youth, there was the beginner or the novice, the intermediate, the master, and then they did a best in show for $1,500. And they also added a group category. And then all of them was first, second place, but they also did a runner-up. So they added all these extra things. And what I didn't like was when I went in for my prejudging, which the prejudging at PopCon was so much better. Like, you went in, you actually knew who your judges were, which were professional cosplayers. Like, they traveled to these things to judge contests. And the 3 people I saw up on the panel were not the judges on the stage at the end of the night. Like, the only person I recognized that was in the room was the announcer that was announcing, like doing the show, basically, like up on the microphone. And she was just sitting off in the corner of the room where I was getting prejudged.
Okay, she called Sauron.
She could not pronounce anybody's
Sauron
name.
From Lord of the
Sauron.
Rings.
Yes, she could not pronounce anybody's names. She
No
messed up so
credentials
much
at
stuff.
all.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Basically, what I've told a lot of people is when how was the contest? The contest was a joke. 100% it was a joke. It was not taken seriously at all. The way it was judged, the way it was presented, the way it was ran, everything was just very poorly done. When we went to PopCon, we had 50, 60 people, and it took about 2 hours.
Because they explained a lot.
Because they said, this is the intermediate group, and this is who we have. And then when they presented you, they would say, this is Alex, also known as Cute Kitty, presenting as the a bridal witch from Left 4 Dead 2. And then I would come up on the stage, do a little thing, walk off, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, when they would present the awards for first, second, blah, 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 the judges said, this is why we pick this person, the detail of this, and look, and they would point out certain aspects of that person's cosplay and basically just highlight them for a few minutes, and then you'd go off to the side. This contest was and beforehand at PopCon, they lined us up like a half an hour before getting on stage, took you into groups of 5, and somebody came up and said, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go up. You're going to follow this person. You're going to do this. And, like, it was very, very, like, detailed. When you get off the stage, go take a right. We've got all these seats reserved for you. Go sit down. If you hear your name, you just come up and accept an award. Okay, sounds great. This con, I lined up. We had a number, and nobody told us anything. We just lined up against a wall, and then all of a sudden the line started moving, and I'm like, what are we doing? We're getting up on stage. Like, they didn't even tell us. They just shoved us through a line. You went behind the stage, and I'm realizing I have my phone on me too, and I'm like, oh crap, I have my phone on me, and I have like my little like prop. I'm like, I don't have any pockets. So, and I see that you're gonna go up, around, behind the stage, come back onto the stage, come down off the stage, and you're gonna get off. And so I hand my phone off to I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get up on stage. Can you take my phone so that way by the time I come back? And I handed it some random stranger because I didn't want to I didn't know what to do. But they told us on this tiny little piece of paper I got that you have 30 seconds and you can do a skit or whatever up on stage. The majority of people were going up and literally just standing there for woohoo, look at me. And then they would walk off. And every 3-4 people, the announcer would go, oh, can you come back up onto stage? Here. I just want to point this out about this cosplay and when certain details and blah, blah. Okay, thank you. And would ask them some questions and let them into the mic. And then they would go out and get off the stage. Well, for one, the other thing that they did was they go to call me and they go, this is Alex, little sister. There was
no explanation.
There was no explanation where my character's from. And everybody had that. No explanation where your character's from. Your tag, your what kind of I'm cute kitty cosplayer or streamer or something like that. There was no introduction. So I was trying to practice some lines and stuff from from BioShock before going up on stage, and I'm realizing as I'm going up on stage it's too loud. No one's gonna be able to hear me and I'm not gonna have a mic. So I go up and I do a skit and I actually say things, but I don't think anybody could hear me. And I'm up on stage for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds maybe. I actually do
you
a skit.
did a whole spin and
spin, and then I acted like I was sticking my atom extractor into somebody, did the whole gulp, gulp, gulp thing, and then danced kind of off the stage.
Loved it.
People loved it. Got off the stage. As I'm getting off the stage, a handler hands me my phone, and directs me and goes, okay, so this is what you're going to do. Go out of the black curtain and go up against the wall, and then if you hear your name called for an award, come back up. Right. Okay, sounds great. They had no reserve seating for us. We had to stand on the wall for the whole thing. That was the other thing. Even though as we were walking out of the auditorium, all of the seats in front of the stage was a sticker and said reserved for a cosplay contest.
Oh, yeah, and that was all filled.
And it was all filled with people, which, whatever, they're there to see it.
I was a handler.
They should have been on the wall. So the big thing that ticked me and the girls in front of me off is I'm number 68 out of I think there was 89 people, and we're all backed up, I'm against the wall to the curtain because they've already put people all the way around the auditorium. We got nowhere to go. I'm sitting there, so they just keep piling people more and more in front of me, and they go to announce the awards, and they say, hey, this is blah 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 youth, come up to this, or come up to the stage. Well, there's a youth. He comes up to the stage from the side, already kind of at the stage, comes up, grabs his award, stands on the stage. And then you get to novice, and they do first place, second place, runner up, explain everything that they're getting. Again, no detailing about why they chose these people, just this is what the prize you're getting, come up and get it. And we realize at that point 3 more people, first, second, and runner up, are already at the stage behind the curtain. And then they're up and getting their award. And so by the time they get to intermediate, me, 3 other girls around me who are just going, oh, I wonder if it's going to be me kind of thing, are starting to realize they already fucking picked the winners.
Yeah. Ugh. And segregated them from
your
group.
They already picked the winners, and they had them sitting behind the stage as they walked off, and they just said, stay right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And the people so we were all, by the time intermediate came, and I'm texting Josh, and he's just I was fingers crossed, and I got to intermediate. Me and the other girls are are they already behind the curtain? And she sticks her head, and she's they already chose the winners. They already knew. Then what the hell was the point of me going up on stage and them telling me in when I'm signing up for the contest that if you do a skit, you get extra points and all this. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
There was no description of why these people got. I mean, their cosplays were great. There were a couple up on stage that were really?
Out of all of them?
Out of all of these people and all these great cosplays, these are the 2 people? I mean, they were good, but they were pretty obvious that it was either favoritism or it was, we're just going to pick this person because. There was not any description about points and category or anything, so it was just kind of a... Well, that was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
So how long was the whole contest?
45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
For 89 people.
89 people.
Get on, get off. Here's your award. Goodbye.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was just not put together right. the whole con itself and getting pictures taken and people talking and about certain things about my cosplay and everything else, that was great. And I was like, oh wow, a lot of people like this and they're pointing out all the hard work I did.
You got so many professional shoots done.
That was the other thing, is as I'm waiting in line to get up on stage, like
That was
in
the
this
one I was showing
pre-area,
at the beginning.
I had 4 photographers and a videographer come up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, BioShock. Like, they're just kind of going down the line and like grabbing people to like do photos. And like, and they got to me and they're like, oh my God, I love this and this and this. Can I take you out of line? I need this lighting. I need this lighting. I need you to do this. And they were like, can I do this mini shoot with you? And I'm like, sure, cool, let's do that. And like, they took a whole crap ton of video, and like, I was holding up my atom extractor like I was drinking out of it, and I haven't seen the video posted yet, but I'm really hoping it does. But he basically takes this really cool looking camera and just like goes from like the tip of my atom extractor and does this like weird zoomy circle thing up into my eyes and then up and down, and like, I was like, oh, this has got to look really cool. But this is the only one that's actually like been posted so far, that one of the guys did that.
Are you supposed to be smiling?
Yes.
Yeah, the little sister is very
That's
smiley.
all she does, is she just kind of like gives this creepy smile.
Yeah.
So it was really easy to like pose for her stuff. But that part was fun.
That was proof that Brett showed up.
That was proof that Brett showed up.
I did.
Yeah. So I mean, everything was fun. It was just like, I was kind of let down by the way that the contest and everything was.
That was so cool.
So I think for Gen Con, I'm probably going to just add a few more details to her and take her again to Gen Con, because I read the cosplay contest rules and they have a point system and everything in place like the way it should be. It's not just, oh, here's a parade of people and we're just going to pick some random people to win.
So Jake got a photo with some Resident Evil characters.
So
I just want to make sure
that Claire.
Yeah, and I
don't know the names of the Resident Evil people.
The girl in the middle in the red jacket, she looks like maybe the one from Resident Evil 5.
2.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know Resident Evil characters very well.
I know that's Claire though.
Jake could come in here and be like, oh, that's this and this.
The one
and
in
this,
blue
this.
or the one in the middle?
Claire is red.
Okay.
Just because I remember seeing the X gonna give it to you video, and he's Claire, get back here, and she was wearing red coat.
We did a really good job. Superman was he was awesome.
Legos.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Gen Con?
Gen Con,
Indy.
same.
All of them are in Indy.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all of them are in Indy. So,
Very
but
exciting.
yeah, the judges that did prejudge me absolutely loved my cosplay and were pointed out certain things, and then they were at the very end. Like I handed her my phone for my digital like album to show like I did this myself. And she was super impressed and pointed out certain detailing and the tea staining and the weathering that I did. And then she's like, "Oh man, can you just like do a spin around at the end? Like my time was done." She's like, "I really just want to take a few pictures of you. I really love your cosplay." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. Okay."
Yeah.
She was nowhere to be found during the actual contest. I'm not even sure who the
So
quote
weird.
unquote judges were.
What's the point of doing pre-work if they're not going to do the final
I don't
work?
know.
I
don't
know.
what the
That's
point was.
it. Really did not sit well with me, and I know it wasn't just me trying to be like I don't want to sound like a sourpuss or something, but like being in the cosplay contest last year, it was very like professional and organized, and you actually knew who your
so
person was.
Alex has seen the sheet for Indie PopCon, and it's the same as last year.
Yes,
so it's
everything's the same. We're definitely going to PopCon. That's
yeah,
for sure.
well, that's a definite. We're gonna go meet Patrick Warburton.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
That's a celebrity we're gonna go meet.
It's PopCon and Comic-Con.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's Gen Con.
And
Those
there's
are the 3 we're doing this year for sure.
Lots of cons.
Yeah, we've already. I told Alex this when we were done with Comic-Con. I was like, we have done everything in these past 2 months that we've done our entire last year. Like we did a rock show, EDM concert, and a convention.
And
that was our summer.
All in like a month.
And we did that in a month. So
Yeah.
we're like, whoo! And we've gone to like movies and stuff too. So we've got to
No
talk
more
about
COVID,
Guardians
guys.
today. By the way, we got a quick review on that. We saw that on Sunday, and then so playing and watching. What you got, Brett? You doing anything new?
I did get they remastered Spider-Man that was on PS4 for the PS5, and since I have the PS4 version, I got it for $10.
Nice,
But especially on my TV, it looks awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, but that's the only thing new I'm playing. And then I saw today, and I sent a pic. Super Mega Baseball 4,
Yeah,
Yep, I saw
June
it.
4th.
May 30th. Because it might be June 4th, but I pre-ordered it, so I got.
You probably get
I
early
get
access. They're giving people early access for I can't believe this series has gone to a 4th.
Yeah.
4.
You
yeah.
picked this up just on a whim. This series,
Yeah, well,
just
I think-
it should be fun.
I think
2 was what did it for
because
you.
2 was a Games for Gold,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know why I started playing it, but I never stopped.
I hope they keep the whole like you can
Smash
hit the player.
pitcher. I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, I think I saw something happen recently in the MLB where a pitcher got hit and he had to be let out. He was bleeding pretty bad. But
But it's a video game. It's fine.
yeah, video games are fun, funny. Haha.
Hit him in the balls, and it's funny.
Pixelated people got hit. I said the name, and he's out. By the way,
He is out.
He is
passed
not
out.
yet.
hasn't
Oh, yeah, he hasn't slept all day.
I'm gonna check if yeah, he's breathing. Okay. Ashley, are you playing anything? Like you're a gaming nerdy person.
Well, my gaming has gone up since I started dating him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth between. I'm trying to get through Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, you're playing that.
because I finally have access to a system that I can play it on.
Okay.
So I'm playing that right now. I'm still dabbling in Dreamlight, Disney
That's that Disney.
Dreamlight Valley
So
thing.
what is that game like? Is it an open world?
It's open
adventure?
world. It has missions you have to do. It's kind of like a Disney version of Sims, except take it down a couple notches from like
Okay.
Sims 4 is like way up here for me, and then Dreamlight's like down here when it comes to like the
Oh,
Simish,
yeah. Okay.
like the Simish stuff.
So
But
have you played The Sims, all of them? Like
I've owned all of them.
What's your
1
favorite
through
one?
4? 3 is my favorite.
that's Alex's too.
I was gonna say 3.
3 because of the customization. You can change everything.
Yeah.
The animal ones actually has a horse barn, so you
Yeah.
can race horses. And I loved horses growing up. I had my own horse.
Right.
So
I did
3
the bad
is my
thing
favorite.
and had like a lot of dogs and cats.
I would say 2
I had
was
a lot of horses.
Sims 2 was a good upgrade to 1, and then 3 was a good upgrade to 2. It's just
Yeah.
4 they
4 was a
one with
little bit of a.
controls.
No, I like 4. I still play 4
You've
a
only done it
lot.
on console. You haven't done it on PC.
I'm
I
sure
play
on PC it's fine, but like I had only ever played. I played like The Sims like 1 or 2 on PC, but like I'm so much an Xbox or a controller player. When they went from 3 to 4, I was so used to like, oh, you push this button to do this and pull down your menu and do this, and they did something like just basically threw all the buttons in a jar, scrambled them up, and put them back on your controller. And I was like, and I had to relearn everything, and the buttons and everything did not make sense. And I
They
liked
didn't-
4, but I did not like the controls.
They did not change the controls on 4 on PC. I've played everything on PC from 1 to 4.
Yeah,
And
me too.
1, I hated 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I could not get into 1. 2 came out very soon after I started 1 because
Oh,
I
yeah.
got into the sim game late.
Okay.
And then 3's definitely my favorite. But
3's good.
yeah.
Alex, you played just Dead Island.
Well, I mean, I was gone Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Well,
we've been busy.
I mean, Saturday, by the time we got home, I was dead to the world.
yeah, me too.
So I was just like, yeah, I don't care. It was right before 10, I think, when we got home, and I was like, oh, I could still stream. And I'm like, no, Josh and I, took a shower, got undressed, and then we're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
we're
done.
out.
Done-
we
done
just went
time.
out. So yeah, Sunday I played some Dead Island, some more Dead Island 2, and yeah, that's it. That's all I
Are
played.
you going back to Fall Guys this weekend? Because
Sure.
the season
I'm actually
4
excited about the
update
updates for
is-
Fall Guys.
This is tomorrow.
You mentioned something.
I will be gone this weekend though.
Oh, that's right.
But I do want to join you guys at some
She
point.
can join us.
We can create levels.
So we've been waiting for we play these custom games
Mhm.
where we can have up to how many people?
30.
30 people.
Yeah.
So the more the merrier. And I was like, oh, and then we were having girls that she said oh yeah, I could join. I'm like, hey, we got another person, yay!
Yes, I downloaded Fall Guys and was playing it.
It's lovely. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I've been playing Grounded lately on stream. That's been my main go-to. But unfortunately, it will be my last Thursday was my last play of it because moving into Fall Guys is going to be my main go-to for probably the next month. Sorry, Quentin, taking a break from it. He did all the work and detail and the art base and everything. It's such
Do you expect anything less?
He did a good job though.
I know, I've seen your streams, but I'm saying it's Quentin.
Nobody has what we have by the videos that I've seen, unless they aesthetically please.
Quentin's a
themselves.
good grounded daddy.
We were the thing is, we weren't grounded after a week. We were up in the tree house. He made a tree house, and he made zip lines to everywhere in the yard.
Yeah, I saw
And,
the zip lines.
Oh my god! If if I could thank a moderator enough for what they've done for a game, and that's him doing what he's done to that game, he made it a treehouse and a work of art. This is a work of art. It was really good. Great base for us. But I'll be moving into Fall Guys this week, so I'm really excited about that. You guys watching anything?
Well, on the way home, we did pull over so we could watch the Kentucky Derby.
The Derby was
I was
this
wondering
weekend.
if you were gonna say that.
We did.
Yeah, we saw that there was quite an upset.
There was. Well, so Saturday morning, the favorite scratched.
What?
His name was Forte, and another one scratched. So it
What
was
does
kind
scratch
of
mean?
means they didn't race.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was apparently I heard on one of my podcasts that it was a bad week coming up to the Derby.
Illnesses?
A couple horses had to be euthanized,
Oh.
and one trainer basically got sent home for breaking rules or something.
Oh.
Wow.
So, yeah. So a horse named Mage won, and it came down. Did you watch it then?
We
Yep.
saw the
So,
TikTok.
Came
We
down
watched
to
the TikTok
to
of
the
it.
final two, and he pulled
That
it
was
out.
amazing.
But
was.
what's so much fun is the guy who calls the race.
Oh yeah,
I
he
know.
always gets so
he's
excited.
just like the one guy, like the and there he goes, and,
The
like,
drunk
Harlan.
guy.
the drunk guy on the
Kevin
field.
Harlan.
Yes, he was a lot like that.
Very
He had to-
enthusiastic.
very exciting.
And it led me to leading up to Saturday. I think I finished it yesterday. I watched Secretariat, the Disney movie.
Oh really? Okay.
And that led me to watching the actual race, when Secretariat won the Triple Crown in 1973, because this is the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
There were only 5 horses in the Belmont, and he won the
What?
Belmont by 31 lengths. And it's considered the most dominant performance by a racehorse ever.
Yeah.
And of course, it happened in the
5
movie.
horses raced.
Only 5 in the Belmont.
Don't they do like
Wow.
10?
I don't know what
What the
I don't know
average
how
what
it
the number
works,
is,
but
yeah.
I remember because then I went back and I watched American Pharaoh's Triple Crown races and
Yeah.
Justified's Triple Crown races.
Okay.
And American Pharaoh's Preakness, I think, only had like 8 or 9 horses,
Okay.
but most of the time the Kentucky Derby has the most.
Oh.
And then sometimes because the 3 races are only like 5 weeks apart, they don't. If the horse didn't do particularly well in the Derby, they don't always go to the
Yeah.
Preakness.
I wonder if they're gonna do them in order this year.
Did you know the fun fact about the one
Mage?
that you just watched?
Mage?
Sure.
No, wait, who?
The one that we just watched.
The Kentucky Derby?
Yes, the
Derby?
Kentucky Derby. Did you know that this was the biggest upset since 1913?
I did not, based on what? Like,
Just the upset.
because
Like
of
the
the
odds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since
did not know that.
1913.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that long ago.
That's an upset.
So,
Yeah.
I've said I've been watching
derby.
them for a while.
They're
The
exciting.
3 legs of the Triple Crown I always catch. I had to watch it on Peacock on my phone.
You were actually, as much as I've known of horse racing, you're the only one I know that brings it up consistently.
Mhm.
The
Go
only
to
one.
my job.
What?
I said go to my job.
They talk about the Derby?
Really?
I didn't know that. And the Preakness.
Allison's
and-
super into
They-
it.
Well, she
they-
owns horses.
Allison doesn't.
Oh
own
wait,
a
no, I'm
horse.
thinking of the other person that owns horses, the vet that you work with.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. I owned horses, and I never watched the Kentucky Derby until the moment he pulled my car over
Same.
to watch
Like
it.
I was like, I
That
never
was
really
the
watched
first
it
time
until
I've ever watched the Derby.
yeah, until he started bringing
It's
it up on the
fun.
podcast. I never watched it.
It's known as the most exciting 2 minutes in sports.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
It was exciting.
So Alex and I saw Guardians of the Galaxy on Sunday. If it weren't for a recap that we watched by Screen Crush, shout out to that YouTube channel.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They did a 20-minute recap of 2 movies, all of the Avengers that they were in, and Thor, and also the Christmas
like
special.
basically the start to finish of the
Yeah,
Guardians.
the whole thing. If I didn't know about this recap, I wouldn't have known about a completely off the wall. I didn't know that Star-Lord had a sister and it's Mantis, by the way. It's in the Christmas special.
Yeah, and we never watched. The
We're not gonna
Christmas
watch
special.
that.
I thought it was in the second one.
Nope. They
She's in the second
like
one
they-
with him, but
Yeah.
you don't know that
You
that's
don't
his
know
sister.
it. Yeah.
Why did I know that? I have not watched the Christmas special.
In the Christmas special, like they showed the scene and everything where she tells him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Samantha told me. I don't
Yeah.
really watch
And I was
Marvel.
like,
Samantha watches
oh,
Marvel.
and in this movie, they mentioned it. Like
Yeah.
you would not know if you did not see that one tiny little thing about them being brother and sister.
So this
That's
is
what they
this
do
is
to
all
us.
the continuity of you having to watch all of the garbage that they shovel out. So, which is of course how this passed on for me. Like I was like, this was good. This was a good movie. It was fun to watch. It was gripping,
Long?
thrilling. 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, but I will tell you that like I'm getting old. I don't want to sit in a movie theater for a long time. I don't care if I'm in the nice seats anymore. And I was like, man, and we had 30 minutes of previews?
Yeah, the movie didn't start.
Our
for
movie was
30
supposed
minutes.
to start at 4:25 and it was like 4:50 or something by the time like they actually turned the movie on. And we have 2.5 hours of the movie. I'm like, I was kind of upset. Because we've all seen, everybody knows like all the trailers and stuff. They show them on YouTube and on TV all the time. You don't need to see them in the theater
Nothing's
anymore.
been special for trailers.
But no, 2.5 hours. I will tell you at least like I didn't look down at my phone or the time.
I think
or
I looked
anything,
down
like,
once, and that was towards the end. I was like, man, it feels like this movie's about to be done.
Well, because it's one of
it
those
should be
like
done.
it's one of those like you've got like 4 different endings kind of thing. Like they just kind of spread it out like a Marvel movie.
Resolutions, there's a lot of
like
resolution in this.
So like that was like the only time we were ever thinking about, well, how's it really gonna end?
Yeah.
But the rest of it is like, oh wow, we must be getting to the end. Wow, is that 2.5 hours in already? Like it just goes by so fast because there's so much.
The villain
action.
was crazy, did crazy things, and some of his motives were a little weird. Some of his actions were like, okay, why didn't you take this person out when you could have, when you already have that power? He didn't do it. And whatever. I'll just let it be. It's Marvel writing a little loosely. They're writing a little loosely. You know, Doctor Strange, the sequel, was a little loose.
A little loose.
A little
yes.
loose. It was like, why were some things done? Why didn't they just, move a little to the left?
It's also make sure you grab a box of tissues.
Sad. Oh my God, I had some tears.
And it's multiple times throughout the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you like animals.
Yeah, I saw that. There was someone posted, like, if you like animals, beware of
They did
Guardians
a
3.
very good job making animals look real, and it's like, and it's not necessarily sad, but it's also like heartwarming tears and heartwarming tears and things like that. But it's like, oh, why are you doing this to me? Don't do that. But yeah, without any spoilers, like. The animals in the fake CGI animals made me tear up. So
how do you feel about Adam Warlock? Mommy.
I'm glad.
He's like Prince Charming in Shrek 2 for a little bit.
I know, but I will tell you that there is you can miss it. It's his mom. I don't remember what the heck her name is. The golden goddess person
in Guardians 2.
She says to the creator, the god guy, she says, and it's a very quick thing, you took him out of his cocoon too early. Like that's why he's not like
100%.
He's basically like a big strong 20 25-year-old looking male, but his mind is not completely like, he is like the mind of like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, he's
not done cooking up there.
They
like took him out like he's supposed to be this big powerful superhero, and he is, but he doesn't know crap about how to use his powers. He's very dim-witted, and I mean, I love him.
But he's a powerful guy.
But he's a super powerful guy. He just doesn't know it yet. Like he knows it but doesn't know it. But I think I'm really excited because I really like who they have playing him.
I don't
Brett knows who he is. He's from Road Trip. Road Trip?
Is that really him?
Or not Road Trip.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah. Right?
Let me just look up Guardians.
Oh, Will Poulter?
I think so.
He's the
kid, the dumb kid.
The kid.
It's Will Poulter.
Hold on, I'm scrolling through. There's a lot to scroll
I really
through,
liked him in that movie.
Yes, it is Will Poulter.
Okay, then that guy. He plays Adam, and he does a very, very, very good job. And I really like his character.
Yes. It didn't kill Marvel for me. I'll give it an 8. It was fun to watch. It was good. Enjoyable. You want to give it a 9, don't you?
It was really good.
It was good. It was a good Guardians movie.
I
liked it more than 2.
with like low expectations.
Same.
Very
because
low.
you and I were ready to write off Marvel with this one.
Well, because it's just you have to watch this, to watch this, to watch this, and then I was like, "Damn it, you did it again."
You did it right.
I'd say 9. Yeah.
9. Yeah.
I think the music's also on key as well, just because Guardians just has great soundtrack to begin with.
We saw the trailer for Dune 2. That looks really good. I can't wait
It
to see
does.
that.
It looks very good.
I can't wait to see that. I wonder. I don't know if they're making a third one or
Was
not.
Mission Impossible a trailer?
Oh, we've seen it already on YouTube.
Yeah,
and
I've
stuff,
seen it,
so-
but
I
it was
know,
not
but
a
was it a
trailer.
trailer?
There wasn't
No.
one for.
I think all the
this.
trailers we saw we've already
Mainly
seen.
Disney. Oh, we saw a trailer for Elementals. That looks good.
Oh, yeah.
That looks really good.
It does.
It looks like a Zootopia with all the earth, wind, fire, and stuff. It looks really
I'm
I'm
interesting.
actually excited for that
I'm
movie.
Skeptical?
Not skeptical.
Pixar's been a little weird lately.
Well, okay. I am a huge fan of Inside Out.
Yeah.
I
Inside
love
Out is
Inside
like
Out.
one of my favorite movies.
Mhm.
So when Soul came out, I was really excited about Soul. I thought, okay, we're going to go in the same direction. They did, and it was good. It just didn't live up to Inside
We
Out
never
to me.
finished Soul.
we didn't finish
So
it.
so Elementals, I'm like, it's that same kind of stream of like Inside Out and Elementals. So I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it because hello, Disney and Pixar. But I'm not gonna get overly excited for it. I'm just gonna walk in and see
yeah.
if I like it or not.
I wonder if anyone's ever going to cosplay as Ember.
I know. Josh leans over to me and he goes, "Ooh, that would be a good cosplay." And
You have to be all
look at it, and I'm
flamey
like,
and the dress. And
that makeup could take my makeup skills to like the next level doing that. But it looks, I don't know, I think it looks really cool.
The trailer does look really cool. I did like the whole water fire interaction, and I'm interested to see what
Yeah.
happens there. But I'm not gonna get like overly excited like I normally do with Disney
Right.
movies.
Alex, did you know that they're making a sequel to Bird Box? Comes out July 14th.
Are you serious?
Called Bird Box Barcelona. Takes place in Spain.
So it's just like the same thing, just in a different country?
Could be really good. I saw a trailer to it.
I mean, Bird Box, I mean, it was good, but like, I feel
Yeah.
like it was very start to finish. Like,
Yeah.
no reason.
Very complete.
Yeah.
Very complete. Yeah.
Yeah. No reason to, I mean, that's why they're doing it in another country, so you just see another country's perspective, but okay.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock's not going to be in it?
I don't know. Actually. She wasn't in the trailer. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, you guys want to talk about The Saint?
Yeah.
Yeah? This was the movie club movie, Alex's choice for the week. Now, this movie came out in 1997, starring Val Kilmer, Elizabeth Shue, and Raid Sherbagia. That's that's Tradiac? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So, this is the synopsis of this movie. Master thief Simon Templar takes on the role of a modern-day Robin Hood. Templar uses his exceptional skills to steal valuable artifacts and works of art, leaving a calling card in the shape of a stick figure with a halo, which you don't really see much in the movie. When he encounters the brilliant scientist Dr. Emma Russell, played by Elizabeth Shue, Templar becomes entangled in a dangerous web of espionage and romance. Tasked with stealing a revolutionary cold fusion formula, Templar must navigate a treacherous world of international intrigue, facing off against Russian oil tycoon Ivan Tradiac and his ruthless henchmen, along with his son. As Templar's true intentions and loyalties are questioned, he must race against time to protect both the formula and the woman he has grown to love. Now, Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave this a 30%. Fans give this a 63%.
I don't know why they would, like, why critics would rate it
You
so
guys
low.
have never seen this movie before, correct?
No, that was my first time.
So what do you guys think?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
Like a James Bond film, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot like a James Bond. Yeah.
It was slow.
No
It
guns.
is.
Start.
It's very slow moving.
Like it was very slow to start. I was getting slightly bored. But I mean, Val Kilmer, to see him in anything is always cool to watch because I only really saw him in Top Gun growing up. So
Have you seen Batman Forever?
I don't actually know if I've ever watched Batman Forever. I could not tell you. I know I've seen
you guys are
Michael
meant to
Keaton.
be together.
I've seen it.
I know, but I'm not saying that. You guys just, with that comment right there, she's never seen Batman Forever. You guys are meant to be together. She just gave me a Brett moment.
What?
You just gave everybody
It's
in
a
the
big
audience
90s
a Brett
film,
moment.
I guess.
You're my
I don't
age,
know.
and you have not seen Batman Forever.
I'm sorry.
What's considered probably one of the worst
Are you a Batman
Batmans.
fan? I mean,
Not
no.
really. So I've seen my Michael Keaton's version. I've
Uh-huh.
seen Clooney's version.
Dude,
And then
you forgot.
But then you skip the Kilmer.
you skipped one.
and then who was after
Bale.
Bale.
Bale. And then I stopped after Bale.
Oh,
So
you
she
never saw
did-
the Ben Affleck stuff. Okay.
Or
No.
Pattinson.
He's fine.
Ben Affleck ruined Daredevil for me, so
Oh.
I did not want to
Okay.
watch
I
him
understand
as
that.
Batman. And then Robert Pattinson, who is a sparkly vampire.
He's fine.
I just
too.
can't do it. I can't do
I
it.
went.
He's
I
a
went
sparkly
into that
vampire.
movie. I will say,
She had the
I went
same
into that
views.
movie with that same attitude, and I actually was like, I didn't see the sparkly vampire anymore. I was like, oh damn, he's hot and broody and
He's
dark and
emo Batman.
emo Batman,
Or-
and he
Mhm.
looks good.
Emo Bruce Wayne.
But it was necessary for year 2.
Yes.
But
yeah.
so
Oh my god, we're gonna
What's
have
that?
to use that movie.
forever.
Yeah.
Why? We've all seen it, but her.
Oh, just girls' night. We're gonna watch
Oh,
that.
Yeah, we can do a girls' night for that.
It's a good movie for like if you enjoy seeing Chris O'Donnell and Val Kilmer. You know,
I mean, Val Kilmer couldn't.
Chris O'Donnell's in that one?
he's Robin. Yeah,
He's Robin.
it's where
Oh.
he's introduced.
I thought his first time introduced was with Clooney.
Oh no,
no.
that's where he's a
Ah.
You
whiny
get the
little
Robin
bitch.
back.
It was like, he's a
With,
whiny bitch in that movie.
Robin backstory in
Yeah,
Batman
you get
Forever.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's
His
Um,
whole
movie.
opening.
Where
Nicole
I kind of
Kidman.
perked up was when you don't even realize that he's dressed as Trediac, meeting Trediac.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Whoa, what happened here? Because I didn't even
In the club.
notice it was a different guy, you know? So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, he's like, there's an imposter in there. Kill him. Oh man, I enjoy this movie, but I went into this movie, not knowing. When I saw this a couple months back, when my dad was here visiting, we watched The Saint, and it actually said in the synopsis that this was a remake of a TV show. I didn't know that. Roger Moore was the Saint.
Oh,
that
James
was his,
Bond.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
so-
I get that. That makes sense.
Okay,
now.
that would make sense.
Yeah. The opening sequence of the film, showcasing the various international landmarks, was created using CGI. I don't know why they just couldn't do photos. The Saints' iconic silver Volvo 1800 sports car used in the film became the memorable feature in the TV show called The Saintmobile.
thought it was red.
No, it's silver. Well, he has two cars, I guess. Then
Okay.
you can see it parked outside of his apartment. Val Kilmer had a hand in shaping the script of the film, providing input and suggestions during production. And a lot of people, people think that he is a jerk on set. He actually does a lot of insight. Where we learned this in his documentary.
Mhm.
He's got a lot
He
under
comes
his
off
belt.
as a jerk because he did all of the hard work, the studying, went to Juilliard, and
he did what
like
actors should do.
He doesn't. I don't want to say he doesn't have respect, but he pointed out there's a difference between like actors that go to school and learn to be actors and actors that just kind of like you look good and you can
Mhm.
act, so we're putting you in
Mm-hmm.
a show.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and he knows like being like he's been acting and going to school and stuff for a really long time, and doing like started on stage and like I want to say Broadway, but like doing playwrights and whatever
Mhm.
they're called, like on stage at school, and then getting into your first movie. Like he knows it from start to finish, so I can see where like he comes off as a jerk,
Yeah.
but he just knows this is how the business is supposed to be, and he's kind of like an old fart in the industry.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say this because I've been listening to the Pod Meets World podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
Boy
from
Meets
Boy Meets
World.
World. And Will Friedle makes a point to one of their guests, and I think it was either Betsy Randall or Trina McGee. Betsy Randall played the mom. Trina McGee played one of the friends in the later years. But he's like, the reason why all the good actors are British or Australian is because American actors do not study the act of acting, the craft of
And-
acting anymore.
Yes, and if
Yeah.
you watch Val Kilmer's documentary, like he's a student. Like that's all he ever does. Like he just reads. He reads and studies, gets into
And
his
films himself.
and films. Like he does everything himself. He's a very smart person. It's unfortunate that he had to go and get cancer and like lose
Yeah.
his voice
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But like
The
He's a very smart
Kremlin
guy.
was actually just a replica. It's an interior replica that was built.
Nice.
So that looked really good. They did really good on that.
Yeah.
The movie's release coincided with the 75th anniversary of the creation of the character. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. The film's costume designer created over 80 different costumes for Val Kilmer's character. The original cut of the film is much longer, but was heavily edited before its theatrical release. The
Well,
movies
the finished was like 2 hours.
It was a long movie,
Yeah.
so you can only imagine what else they had to do. The movie's promotional campaign featured a series of teaser trailers showcasing Simon Templar's different disguises, which you only see them for brief periods.
Mhm.
But his main one is either the one you were talking about, or it's like he's got the mustache on and he's always looking Russian. Basically, that's his main go-to.
He looked like Burt Reynolds.
He
when-
did.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw him, I'm like, I didn't know Burt Reynolds was in this movie. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not Burt.
Yeah.
I don't know what Val Kilmer's original eye color is, but he wore contact lenses for the entire film because they're blue in the original novels. So this is
Maybe
actually a novel.
Brown or green?
Ah.
I don't know.
We seriously watched like a 2-hour documentary, and I can't tell
I'm
you
not
what
gonna
his freaking.
I
eye
think they're
color is.
brown, actually.
I want to say they're brown. They've got. Man, now I'm trying to think of Batman Forever, and I'm like,
Because
I
you have a
can-
close-up of
trying
his
to think
eyes.
of-
I
Top
know, because
Gun.
you see his eyes, and I'm like, now I just see brown, but I can also see them being green. I can see them being blue.
Picture.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'll have to look it up here in a second. Here, I'll have to. I'm in the middle of these facts, so you have to look up Val Kilmer.
I
Alex.
will. I have to know now.
The film features several nods and references to the previous incarnations of the characters, such as Simon Templar's use of aliases from the novel series. You don't really know his real name through the
No,
whole
but
film.
I thought his aliases were all.
He has green
synths.
eyes.
They are
Sharp green
sharp
eyes.
green, huh? Okay. Actor Henry Goodman, who plays Dr. Lev Botvin in the film, would later go on to portray Simon Templar in the 2013 Russian film adaptation titled "The Saint: The Mystery of the Saint." Okay. Val Kilmer's portrayal of Simon Templar involved him studying the mannerisms and techniques of real-life criminals and con artists. The film's opening credits sequence features animated versions of the famous paintings symbolizing Simon Templar's skill in art theft. The poetry written by Simon Templar's long-haired artist character Thomas More was actually written by Val Kilmer.
That doesn't surprise
That
me.
doesn't surprise me
because
either.
that's in his documentary. That's what he does. He loves writing poetry, and he loves Shakespeare. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Simon uses a Nokia 9000 communicator cell phone
It
in
was
this
large.
movie. That's so cool. I thought that was the coolest
Such a
thing in the
throwback.
90s. The phone was very cutting edge when it was first introduced in 1996, as it functioned as both a handheld phone and a clamshell pocket computer,
Yeah.
complete with a mini QWERTY keyboard and several built-in apps.
I mean, back then, that's like,
That was big.
I thought that was the coolest freaking laptop in my life. It was a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. While the use of the Nokia phone might seem like a case of product placement, its use in the movie was accidental. The director was talking to a technician working on the movie when he noticed the flip phone with the attached keyboard. He thought it was a movie prop created for the movie when he noticed the technician said it was a real phone. The director decided the phone was Templar's to use. So,
great.
in the original version of this movie, Dr. Russell collapses while giving a lecture and dies in the Saint's arms. The Saint sees Tradiac Jr. stabbing her in the leg with the tip of his cane. Thus, the final half hour has him set to destroy the villain's plans and avenge her death. With Dr. Botvin's help, he switches the formulas around and humiliates Tradiac during his trial of the Russian president. The Saint battles Dr. Russell's killer on the stairwell as Russian tanks pound outside, exposing and setting fire to the vast stockpile of heating oil in the basement. This is a long paragraph here. With the stairwell disintegrating around them, the fight spills out onto the chandelier, suspending above the blazing oil. This is crazy that this was written. The Saint teases Tradiac Jr. with the disc containing the formula for cold fusion as he reaches out for it. He then cuts the rope, and Tradiac Jr. plummets to his fiery death. Returning to Dr. Russell's home, the Saint finds a letter from her. A tear fills his eye, and he vows from now on that he uses his skills only for good. Test audiences didn't like the way Dr. Russell died 3/4 of the way into the movie. Footage from the original ending features prominently in the primary trailer. So this was actually cut
Wow.
and made. So crazy.
What do you think of the movie?
I like it. I think it's a good rom drama action flick that has a little bit of comedy in it, I guess. But it's good. I saw this when it basically came out. Like my dad, I think, was more of a fan of The Saint than me.
It was always on like
'Cause
at
of the
like my
TV
grandma's
show.
house, or my mom was watching it, so that's how I know
I liked
about
Val
it.
Kilmer. I didn't mind him. I wanted to see him in more stuff, but he never really was cast in anything other than knowing him as Batman. So, which he turned down the returning role, Batman and Robin, to do this.
That's
movie.
right. Yeah, he turned that down to do this because he did not like being Batman.
A May 1996 Entertainment Weekly set report cited Val Kilmer as being volatile on set, missing call times, putting out a lit cigarette on a crew member's face. However, Elizabeth Shue and one of the producers of the film denied his misconduct, praising his professionalism and dedication, actually.
Yeah, I bet
Eventually
you it's-
working 7 days a week during reshoots 3 months before the movie's release. So they did reshoots as well.
Wow.
And he worked 7 days a week, and he was professional about it. Like,
Sounds like someone had a grudge against him.
Yep.
yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
In close-up shots, it's easy to see that the medication Emma is taking is It's right there. Propranolol,
Propranolol?
which is a beta blocker.
Yeah.
It's used to treat angina, which is
Yeah,
chest
it's a
pain,
heart
irregular
condition.
heartbeat, high blood pressure, and other conditions. One can assume Emma is plagued by an irregular heartbeat, as her symptoms don't fit with other diseases on this medication list that it treats. At the end, when Simon Templar is driving and listening to the radio, the news announcer state that the $3 billion was donated to the American Red Cross and other charities. The reflection of the sunlight on the windshield creates a halo around Simon's head.
I did not
I was gonna
notice
say,
that.
I don't think I ever noticed that.
Yep.
Huh.
Mm.
Artistic.
Very, very artistic. It's an artistic film.
Yeah.
I give it a 7. Just an enjoyable 90s action.
Yeah, I give it. I give it 7.5, just because I grew up on
We
it.
have a little more of a bias flip.
Yeah.
Because we can.
It's just one of those
watch it
movies.
anytime.
Is like I watched it in the 90s, so it
yeah.
it
stuck with us.
it stuck with us versus like trying to watch.
But why
it in
did you
2023.
choose this film?
Well, I originally said, what did I say? This film. Oh, or like Moulin Rouge was the other one.
Right.
The only reason I chose this one was because we had just got done watching Val, and I was like, ooh, let's watch a Val Kilmer movie that I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only one I could think of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah. So I'd say it's pretty good.
Well, I guess like with the way things are we going to pick a movie for?
Well, what did you give this? You guys. think
7's
it's
good.
Yeah.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
Like, with
How do you rate movies?
Well, there's my personal rating and how I actually think they did with the movie, and I try to analyze it. So if I look at it from a non-personal point of view and how they did the movie, I would say an 8.5.
Okay.
I thought they did really well with the movie, but personally, I would probably not watch it again. It's probably more like a 6 on my scale.
Yeah, I don't think it ages well for that's what I was trying to say.
It's a little 90s.
It's very 90s.
I love 90s movies.
Okay.
There's a bunch of 90s movies I will rewatch.
But what's a movie
did you
that
watch
is
the
there a
slow
movie
and
that
it's
you've
too long?
Is there a movie you've been introduced to lately that's in the 90s that you've never seen before that you've liked?
I don't know. I'd have
Because
to go back and look.
you're talking nostalgia at this point.
I was I have
Yeah.
a nostalgia factor with it, but I can see
Even if
how
you saw it in the early 2000s, you could still relate
Have
to
I watched any 90s movie with you that I haven't seen yet and liked?
anything
No.
brand new.
No.
That
Because
you've
you
never
watched
seen
Tommy
before.
Boy and you didn't like it.
No, I did not like Tommy Boy.
Oh,
see.
what?
Well, see.
I never saw it before
but
until
we watched
a couple
it.
months ago.
We watched it a long time ago.
Check our list.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Anyways,
So what do you think about,
So
like,
I'm still
doing
gonna pick a
movies?
movie.
Okay.
Pacific Rim is what I'm choosing. Been wanting to see this movie for a long
That's
time.
got Charlie in it.
Yes. Have you seen this movie?
I have not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
got
We'll be talking about
I
it when
think
we're
we
on
should still
next.
watch it.
Ron
I want to see
Perlman's
it.
in it as well, I think.
The voice of GLaDOS is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is she one of the machines?
She's one of the AIs.
Yeah, okay.
So we've turned this movie on before, turned it off before.
Why are we watching it then?
Because I want to see it. It's on my
Okay.
list. It's on my list. I want to see
We
it.
turn it off, but I want to see it.
Well, it's a movie that's a little bit of a cult classic
Okay,
already because
okay.
it has a sequel and it might also be getting more to it.
Okay.
So
Did you
All
find anything?
I mean, Gone in 60 Seconds, is that a 90s movie?
It is early 2000s.
Okay. So
That was
not
like
that
sixth
one.
grade. That's 2001.
Mission Impossible, when was that?
95.
Okay, I think I liked that movie. I
We
can't
didn't
remember.
Watch Mission Impossible.
I have it marked off. Didn't we? Yeah, we did.
No, because
No?
I remember
Oh.
telling you the first one.
Okay.
I don't think the first one's that good personally.
I watched it recently.
Compared
and
to
it's-
all
it's
all of
very
the other
meh.
ones, it's very 90s.
yeah.
Patriot was 90s, right?
Early 2000s.
Darn it. I guess not so much. Fugitive.
Fugitive was 90s.
I liked
Mhm.
Fugitive.
That's Tommy Lee Jones, though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not, it's
Tommy
hard
Lee
not
Jones
to
doesn't
like Tommy
age.
Lee Jones.
There's nothing Tommy Lee Jones has made that nobody likes.
Fugitive is more Harrison Ford than Tommy Lee Jones. U.S.
Still,
Marshals is Tommy
again,
Lee
He's
Jones.
still.
Harrison Ford's in it. I'm good.
And then Harrison Ford also brings
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Those are big. Those are
You
big.
put
Like,
some big names in it, then yeah.
yeah.
Especially when they're
Okay,
younger.
so for Pacific Rim, long ago, legions of monstrous creatures called kaiju arose from the sea, bringing with them all-consuming war. To fight the kaiju, mankind developed giant robots called Jaegers, designed to be piloted by two humans locked together in a neural bridge. However, even the Jaegers are not enough to defeat the kaiju, and humanity is on the verge of defeat. Mankind's last hope now lies with a washed-up ex-pilot, Charlie Hunnam, an untested trainee, Rinko Kakuchi, and an old, obsolete Jaeger is their robot. Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not going to give that away right now, actually.
I don't want to know.
I
We do the rating after.
want to see who else is in this. Idris Elba's in this as well.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Day
Yeah.
plays a doctor,
Yay,
scientist.
Alex.
She hates Charlie
about
Day
Ron
so
Perlman?
Can't
much.
get
Ron
on
Perlman
the
in
Charlie Day boat. I'm sorry, I can't.
Ayo.
He's annoying.
Oh, this guy's in this movie.
This guy. Yeah, that guy. I don't know his
Oh.
name, but yeah, that guy.
We've seen him in something recently.
What do I know him from?
Isn't Ron?
The Dark Knight Rises. Striver. What?
Ron Perlman, isn't he in it? Or are you not seeing that?
I didn't see his name.
I might have got that wrong.
He is in it.
He is in
Okay.
it.
I had to scroll down just two more names, actually. I was just clicking on other people I might know. So, yeah, I'm excited to actually see this. Guillermo del Toro did it. So, maybe if we're more paying attention, it could be more interesting. A couple of news items here before we move into some AI chat and then some trivia. Did you guys catch that Carrie Fisher got her Walk of Fame
Mhm.
star on
Yeah.
May 4th, actually, on Star Wars
Yep,
Day?
they
you
did
guys
on
do
Star
did you guys
Wars
do anything for
Day.
Star Wars Day? I mean,
I had to work.
I
Yeah.
worked.
no. You're not really a Star Wars buff anymore. You've
Well,
fallen
I mean,
out.
it's fine, but do I need a day to celebrate it? No.
Would you watch anything? Well, do you watch things on specific days? Yes.
Independence Day.
Not anymore. I don't.
Christmas movies during Christmas time, Halloween movies during
I
Halloween
watch-
time. I mean, this is
I
Star Wars
watch-
time.
I've been watching Star Wars.
I watch Die Hard on Christmas Eve, and usually
Exactly. It's
Christmas
one of those.
Vacation on the same day. But
It's
that's
the
the
same
only
type.
day-specific appointment watching that I do.
Yeah. I watched that Harrison Ford. He did a nice tribute to her and everything. It was a nice speech.
He
and
wasn't there.
We didn't. He did a speech to her about her though.
Someone said he wasn't there. I didn't see him on
He wasn't there.
anything.
He did a
Was
speech.
he
though.
there?
Was it Mark Hamill? No, Mark Hamill did it. I saw
Mark Hamill
but I
was
saw-
there.
I saw Harrison Ford say something.
He probably
He probably
released
did
a
like
statement.
a
Yeah.
statement
Yeah, I
or
don't think he
something,
was
yeah.
there because there's no pictures with him, with Mark or her
It
daughter.
was Mark and her daughter, and that was it. I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the fact that it took them this long to give her a star on the Walk of Fame
Yeah, I was surprised.
ticks me off. Like when I
Mhm.
saw she was getting a star, I'm like, what do you mean she doesn't have a star yet? But as a
Mhm.
Star Wars fan, that's probably
What?
why I was angry.
I mean,
I'm glad she has it now, but they should have given it to her
I'm sure
years
she's had
ago.
some other major movies, but I mean, what are their?
Well, it's just like the
They-
big upset now with like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like they're just
Maybe
there's a lot of arguments right now with who deserves what and when. And but yeah, I agree with you. She should have had her star a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
No.
So the writer's strike is really hitting hard. There's been a lot of ceasing productions here. Daredevil Born Again ceased production. Severance, American Horror Story, all late night talk shows. Last week with John Oliver, The Daily Show, SNL, and Stranger Things have all been hit really hard with the writer's strike.
Mm.
So we're gonna be missing out on some content here soon. A lot of pushback maybe on times when things are released. I don't know.
You said this happened again, or this happened before in 07?
08.
08?
We've been through this
Yeah.
before. We've
Mhm.
seen the content that's come out.
Yeah.
Transformers: Rise of the Fallen. Need I say more?
Dark time.
Dark times.
It was
Dark
dark
times.
times.
Those were dark times.
Yeah.
Alex, you'll be really excited about this. Carl Urban is in talks to play Johnny Cage. It's even more in the works for the Mortal Kombat sequel. You can see Carl Urban
Yay!
do some
Would
Mortal
have thought
Kombat
they
things.
would have went with somebody younger.
He's a little old, isn't he? Yeah.
Hey, he
Still looks
it
good.
Still looks good.
Are you watching The Boys anymore?
I'm not
Carl
like
Urban,
avoiding
Have
it.
you
I just
watched Star
haven't.
Trek?
She
Is
will
he-
not like
is
the
he,
He's the
boys.
doctor.
He's the doctor in
He's
Star Trek.
McCoy.
McCoy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Loved
No,
his-
I will not
loved
like the
him in-
boys.
You loved him in that. You didn't even like Carl Urban back then.
I know.
You thought it was freaking great.
Those are the only Star Trek movies I like.
True.
Yeah,
But
Those are the
I
ones that
also
are-
was a huge fan of Chris Pine.
We can only consume that type of Star Trek. It's a little hard to
It's-
fall back. I can watch some of the Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, the
Like First
Picard
Contact.
episodes, like
Yeah.
his first season and that stuff was good. But
I can see his early stuff.
I
Like
tried watching the original series and ugh, no, thank you.
my dad is, of course, a fan of that.
I know. It's like our parents and like that was their generation. We have our generation.
Yeah, agreed. What do you guys want to go into next?
We can do the
Want to do the trivia?
trivia.
Okay. We'll talk about AI some other. We're never gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know. Let's just go ahead and do the trivia.
Alex and I will have to have that conversation.
I'm excited
ourselves.
for trivia that I can answer.
Yeah, this will be for anybody who can answer. Mainly Ashley because she's the Disney buff. But if
So it's always good to check to see if Alex knows before you blurt it out.
My brain takes a minute, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I mean,
It's
there's
not a
lot
race.
in Disney and Pixar too, so
Yeah.
there might be some stuff that I don't
peppered
remember.
in Pixar because there's only a couple of movies. I've read through all these. I'm like, okay, that's one you probably know, and
I-
another one probably.
I
from
think there's
that.
only one Pixar
So-
movie I haven't seen.
These are, which is probably the red one.
Yeah, I have
Turning
not
Red?
seen Red.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I haven't
either.
seen it either. so it's
I
not gonna
keep
be on
telling myself that I need to watch it, but I haven't done it yet.
No, that's not in there. These are popular enough ones.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one. So I have 15 questions, and I did this through ChatGPT. Now, if they are wrong, that is the AI wrong, not me. I did not fact check these myself because I didn't have time. Just
I mean, we can kind of also be. There was one that he asked
can be your
me
fact
he was
checker.
like, he asked me earlier about like, there was a question it came up with about Pegasus. And
yeah,
it said-
Pegasus had a love interest in
and
Hercules.
it was like, there's the scene
For
where
like
the,
for a second.
for a second, and it was asking you for the name of the horse of his love interest. I'm like, there's
There's
no
not a
name.
name.
It's
and they said
Panic
the
and-
muses.
Panic and Pain.
Pain are like they're acting like they are a horse trying to lure him into an area, and then they grab him. Like there wasn't a love interest. Like there was
There's
a
no name.
oh look, a horse,
There was a lust
a
interest.
lust interest. Yes.
They
So-
said it was the muses was the answer. So I was chatting.
I was
No.
gonna say, I was like, that's
The
got-
muses are the singing women at the front of the movie.
yeah.
Int-
So
the
I
intro it.
It was
okay.
it was weird. So I was like, well, I corrected
Alex
that one.
ran into my mic.
Sorry.
In the movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame, what is the name of Quasimodo's pet goat?
Hold on,
Do you know?
I don't even know this one because I haven't
Jill-
watched this
Jilly?
in years.
Jilly, something like that. Jilly, I got it. Woohoo!
DJALI.
Yeah.
I would have never known that one.
Well, because I just
Really?
see Esmeralda going, "Come on, Jilly."
You don't know that one? I thought that one would be someone you get because it's Hunchback.
I don't watch Hunchback very often.
Oh, I
Okay.
love Hunchback.
Okay.
It's not like a popular one on my list. I've seen it
That
multiple
has some
times
of my
as a
favorite
kid,
songs
but
in it. I really.
I haven't
like
watched
that.
it since I became an adult.
Really?
I don't know if I have either. I'm trying to get him to watch it.
I watch it all the time with you if you want to.
BS.
Which Disney movie features the song When She Loved Me?
Oh, Toy Story 2.
Yep, Toy Story 2.
Did you know that, Brett?
I did not.
No.
That's like the
sung by
saddest
Jess.
freaking song in the whole.
It's
Ugh.
it's sung by Jessie when her owner leaves her.
Leaves her.
Mm-hmm. Very sad.
Like it's basically like watching her. Like it's her story.
This one's mainly for Ashley because we've had this on the show already. What are Ariel's sisters' names?
Oh gosh,
I never get this.
I'm not even gonna get this right.
Don't they say it in the song?
They
Yeah.
do. It's a
Yes,
song.
hold on. I need Samantha. Samantha's the Little Mermaid expert.
I am too, but I was like, I could
Okay, they
never
all start with
remember it.
A.
I know they do.
I know.
Doesn't one
shoot,
of them
I
go?
can't even think about it on
Doesn't
the spot.
one of them go?
Is one Aphrodite?
No.
Is one?
A Sean.
I can't even think of the song. What's the song?
It's at the very beginning.
I got
It's
the
like
tune.
it's the same. It's the song with her.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that one. Not Aretha.
Just say them. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get them.
Atina, Alana, Adela, Aquata, Arista, and
Arista's what I was
Andrina.
thinking
I
of.
was trying to think of
Was it-
Adrena?
Adrena.
Yeah,
Adrena.
Adrena.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
In
You're asking like obscure.
I said
Disney.
expert
No.
questions. You
These
said
are GTP questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a really good question.
That is a good question. Yes.
But now I can never remember. I know the song, but like I don't know the name.
In
And
finding
this is our sister, Ariel. Oh, she's not here.
in Finding Nemo,
Mm-hmm.
what is the name of Nemo's teacher?
Oh, the stingray. I
Uh,
think it's Ray.
Mr. Ray?
Mr. Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Ray.
Yes. You probably didn't know that, did you,
I
Brett?
didn't.
Well, it's because you hear all the little fishes go, Mr. Ray.
I don't know if you'll know this
Okay.
because this one's a little hard. What is the name of the boat owned by Scrooge McDuck in DuckTales the movie Treasure of the Lost Lamp?
I've seen that movie.
Me
Oh,
too.
give
One
me
of
a
my
second.
favorite movies.
Seen it recently, but I don't know the name of the boat. A
Um,
lot of name questions.
That's a
does it have something to do with gold,
Has something to do with
treasure?
money?
the color of gold. But I can't
Yellow?
give as
Gold?
Does it have the word gold in it?
no.
Okay.
Now ChatGPT could be wrong, of course. So
I don't know. I'm gonna
I
say
don't know. What is it?
the Sun Chaser.
The Sun Chaser.
The Sun Chaser.
That does not
Yeah, the
sound
boat.
familiar
I
at
thought they
all.
flew.
So the name of the boat owned by Scrooge McDuck.
Hmm,
We're
okay.
gonna have to check that one later.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a good movie though.
It is.
Which Disney movie features the character Sykes as the main antagonist?
Sykes.
Sykes. Oh my gosh.
I've never seen this movie.
Animation or Pixar?
Animation.
Sykes.
Do you got a year for like a year frame? Like, is this before the 90s?
I think this movie came out in the 80s.
Name another character in the movie.
I can't. I've never seen it.
Sykes.
Sykes.
Okay, it's not the Great Mouse Detective. It's not the Black Cauldron.
I
It's
think
not...
this is an 80s movie.
Is it Rescuers?
No.
It's not the Rescuers Down Under, is it?
No.
No, that
I'm
was
getting that kind of a feel with it.
McLeet.
No, that McLeach.
No, that's McLeish, right?
And the first one is the Madame.
The crazy woman.
Yeah.
Sykes is not a popular villain.
No.
So I'm not.
No, this is not a popular movie.
And I'm trying
either.
to think of like the obscure, because we did a whole series on obscure movies.
Think-
Sammy's gonna be listening to this and be like, "Ashley, you dumb dumb."
I can't.
I can't think of
Oliver
it.
and Company.
Oliver and Company.
Yep, I'm gonna get
Oh
in
my
trouble.
god! I was like, what? I was like, I know the name. It's
Well,
like,
I don't know if
It is
I've ever
definitely
seen that
older.
one either.
I've never
oh
seen
really?
it.
That's
I
a
have
great
seen
movie.
that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at. I can feel it.
What is the name of the pirate ship commanded by Captain Amelia in Treasure Planet?
Oh god, I
I've
haven't
not
seen that
that.
movie in forever.
I've seen this movie once.
Well, it's a take on Treasure Island, so it might be. Oh, it's not Queen Mary, is it?
No.
Then I have no clue.
RLS Legacy?
Nope.
Nope.
Would have never known.
In Fantasia, what is the name of the sorcerer that Mickey Mouse serves as an apprentice?
Do you know this?
I don't know what his name is. I just know he's the sorcerer. Like,
It's Yen said it's Disney backwards.
oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, that is right.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, I just know he just looks like the.
That one I know.
He just looks all pissed off at Mickey the whole time.
Yep. Well, he is because he's using his hat when he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
I hope this is the name of this person. In Robin Hood, what is the name of the rooster who serves as the town's crier?
He has a name?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
You don't even know it until you read the credits. It
Really?
shows up in the credits.
Yeah, I don't read the credits.
know.
I have no.
I don't know what his name is.
Every
Um,
town.
Yeah, I know.
Has
the song.
its ups and downs. I love that song.
What is it?
Alana Dale?
yeah, nope.
Alan A. Dale?
Alan Adale?
Alan dash A dash Dale.
Alan Ed Dale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I had
no clue.
idea.
In Fox and the Hound, what is
Oh,
the
dear.
name of the owl who is a friend of Todd's? This is actually an interesting name.
Wow, you got some good questions. The owl? I mean, I know that. I know. She's like a mama owl.
I blocked that movie out of my head.
It is so
so
sad.
much
I cannot
trauma.
watch it. I watched it once as an adult. I'm like, I can never watch
No,
this
that
again.
bear is
So
scary.
much-
When
so
she
much
goes
trauma.
and like puts him in the woods and tells him to go away and takes his collar off, I'm like, I can't do it.
There's a bear?
Oh yeah, at the end there's a grizzly.
Grizzly
I don't
bear.
remember that.
Yeah.
That's like
that's
the
the
big
whole
fight
climax.
scene at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
I love how you're asking, like, you're asking popular movies, but they're not like the popular movies, like Beauty and the
Mhm.
Beast and Aladdin and all these other movies that I could probably like name off everything.
Mom-
I asked ChatGPT, give me expert trivia, not
It's like,
questions and
I don't know. I
answers.
want to say it's like Mama or some kind of.
Big Mama.
Big Mama! Oh my god, see?
Good job.
Yay, there's something in my head still. Big Mama.
What's the name of the dog who helps Pongo and Perdita in search for their puppies in 101 Dalmatians?
There's a lot of dogs.
There's a lot of dogs, but the
Gosh.
Colonel. Or wait, the Colonel is. Yeah, the Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel.
Woohoo!
Yeah. First, I was
Jesus.
I'm
going
excited.
to say the wrong one. I was going to say the one from Lady and the Tramp.
A lot of name questions here.
I know.
I can't help it.
And
That's
they're
what it
good
is.
questions. It's making me think.
Which movie features the character Madame Medusa as the main antagonist?
Oh, that's Rescuers.
Yeah, we
yeah.
answered
that
yeah,
earlier.
The first Rescuers.
The first one. She is creepy.
She
Very.
is. I don't like her green eyes. They're really creepy.
She kind of reminds me
Well-
of Cruella.
Well, you know who else she also reminds me of? Like, just how they dress her and how the animation. She reminds me of Emperor's New Groove.
Oh
Yzma?
yeah,
Yzma. I think they kind of did
Yzma.
some.
She's
some,
the thing. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, she does
gotcha.
kind of look
Copying
like
there.
that.
In Sleeping Beauty, what are the names of the 3 fairies?
Do you know this? This I know. This used to be one of my favorite.
You have
Disney
this on your
movies.
Twitch.
I know I did.
Your sister asked you.
I know the name of the. Say one of them.
Flora,
Fauna.
Fauna, and Merryweather.
Merryweather. Yes.
Make it pink. No,
Make
make,
it
it blue. I love love.
What is the name of one of Ursula's pet eels in The Little Mermaid?
Good question.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Flotsam was one of them. That's the only one.
Oh, well, Flotsam. Because she goes, Flotsam, Jetsam, and they bunk their heads.
Flotsam Jetsam. Now I got her, boys.
Yep.
The boss is on her roll.
Final question. In Tarzan, what is the name of Jane's eccentric father?
Oh gosh.
Daddy! They took my boots! I don't know what the dad's name is. I just know she calls
Hold
him
on.
Daddy.
Hold on. Jane. What's Jane's last name? Seymour?
Oh, that's the
no,
actress.
that's the actress. He's a doctor. I can't think of his name.
Professor Archimedes Q. Porter.
Archimedes. That's the
Oh, it's
owl.
because he
That's
does.
the owl in
Yeah,
Sword
because
in the Stone.
he introduces himself to Tarzan. Yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that was 10
Those are very good questions.
extremely difficult Disney Pixar, or 15, I'm sorry.
I can't believe
Those
I
were
actually had
extremely
some of those
difficult.
answers back in my head still. So
You had a couple of them.
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
got
I don't know. I
you got a good
remember him
number of
calling
them.
her Mama, Big Mama. Oh, it's because that's her name.
Now, I was done my ChatGPT. I did have easier ones come up. I was like, oh my God, these are way too easy. Like, I could
Like
get
what?
these. Like, what is the name of Aladdin's kingdom that he becomes?
Agrabah.
Yeah,
Agrabah.
that was
Yeah,
one of
it was.
Agrabah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Agrabah was the name of it.
like
There's
the
only one
easiest-
town you ever
the
see in
easiest.
that. So you just have to know where the present location is. So yeah, that's all it really was. Like, so a lot of those were like real basic, like about, I don't know, Bug's Life came in there about Princess Dot, and I was like, that'd be really easy. And it's like, yeah, too easy. Now, Brett, I did come up with extremely difficult Andy Griffith trivia here.
Ooh.
Now, you as the big Andy Griffith fanatic,
Sure.
Big is not a big enough word.
bigger than my dad owns them.
Expert.
Like, my dad owns the Andy Griffith like series, and I think that you are more of a. I think you two could have conversations about that show. It's kind of crazy. So I said to
How many?
ChatGPT, 10.
Okay.
I said, can you give me 10 extremely difficult Andy Griffith show trivia questions and their answers that very few would know? So ChatGPT responded,
Oh, boy.
certainly, here are 10 extremely difficult Andy Griffith show trivia questions along with their answers, which may challenge even the most dedicated fans.
Okay.
What
do
is?
you know? Are they all from the first 5 seasons?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll know. So
He probably will.
Oh no.
What is the name of the character played by Parley Bayer, who is the mayor of Mayberry?
Mayor Roy Stoner.
Yes. In the episode Man in a Hurry, what was the name of the businessman who got stuck in Mayberry due to car trouble?
Malcolm Tucker.
You were
We just watched that episode.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
What is the name of Aunt Bee's cousin who visited Mayberry in the episode Aunt Bee's Cousin?
That's a colored episode. I don't know.
Bradford J. Taylor.
I didn't know that one.
You didn't know that one?
No.
Okay. Which character on the show is known for his distinctive laugh and worked at the local fix-it shop?
The local fix-it shop. I wonder if they mean
His distinctive laugh.
the filling station. I would say Gomer, but
It's not Gomer.
I don't know.
Emmett Clark?
That's a colored episode.
Oh. Okay, so how many seasons were colored?
6, 7, and 8.
So 3.
Yeah.
So you don't know the colored ones very well.
I don't even know if I've watched them.
Really?
I've watched some.
Is there a reason?
Don Knotts left the show.
Oh.
Andy's character,
Well, that's-
or Andy's performance changed to where he's like irritable. He's like he's not fun, and
Okay.
he's
It's
not
kind of like us watching
funny.
Scrubs, and we don't talk about season 8,
9.
9.
Yeah. 8 was good. 8 was a good send-off.
Sorry, season 9.
8 was perfect.
It's pretty. Most of the time, I would say 95% of Andy Griffith fans do not favor or do not
Okay.
enjoy the colored episodes.
Okay. I did not know that. In the episode Opie's Newspaper, do you know that one?
Mhm.
Okay. What was the name of the newspaper that Opie started?
I believe it was the Mayberry Sun.
Yes. What was the name of the man who mistakenly believed he was being targeted by an assassin in the episode High Noon in Mayberry?
Oh, I know this episode. Luke Comstock. Oh wait, Luke Comstock is the guy. What was the question again?
What was the name of the man who believed he was mistakenly... Okay, what was the name of the man who mistakenly believed he was being targeted by an assassin?
Oh, did it say the episode name?
High Noon in Mayberry.
High Noon in Mayberry. I know that episode. What's the answer?
Burt Miller?
Okay, that's wrong. Burt Miller is a
Okay.
door-to-door salesman. So ChatGTP got that wrong.
Yes, it did. Okay.
Luke Comstock was a man that Andy wounded in a gas station holdup, and he sends a letter to Andy saying that he's coming back to, quote, set things straight between them. So Barney thinks that he's coming to assassinate Andy when he's really coming to say thank you for laying me up because I've gone on to become very
So
successful.
the answer is Barney. Because
Well,
he thought he was being targeted.
Well, Barney thought Andy was being targeted
Yeah.
by this guy, Luke Comstock.
Okay. Which character on the show worked as a telephone operator and was known for her nosy and gossipy nature?
Sarah.
Yep. The telephone operator. That's just her name.
Question.
In the episode Class Reunion, what was the name of the popular girl from Andy's high school who returned to Mayberry?
So I don't know this episode well. I usually skip it because I don't think it's very good.
Okay.
But it was his high school sweetheart, and I want to say it was Sharon.
That's her first name, yeah.
I don't know her last name.
Despain.
Despain. Okay.
Yep. What was the name of the character who played Anita Corsat?
Helen Crump.
Yes. In the episode, this is the final one. In the episode The Shoplifters, what was the name of the shoplifter who stole the merchandise from Weaver's department store?
I don't think I remember them mentioning her name. She was a little old lady, and she would hide stuff inside of her coat, and they caught her by getting a bathroom scale, and they have her step up on the bathroom scale. I don't know the name.
Mona Wilson.
I don't think that's ever mentioned in the episode.
Really?
Unless
Might be
she's
in
just
credits.
Might be in
credited
the
at
credits.
the end.
That's
Oh,
di-
hey, at least he recalled like
TV
exactly.
TV credits are.
Hey, we didn't know
different.
the rooster from.
And that might be wrong too.
Atlanta Dale.
I
I
wasn't
think
able to-
I think that's right because
I
that's
think
right?
that's
I
right.
remember it
Okay.
seeing a hyphenated name. I'm like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, right. I get it. So yeah, those were the trivia questions.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything you want to chat
I
about?
do. I was gonna say I forgot when I was telling my Charlie Hunnam story. If what I thought of afterwards, I thought I probably looked like is in the third Transformers movie. There's a scene where you see a picture of Sam meeting Obama.
Yeah,
and the look on his
he's
face.
so
I wonder
cheesy.
if I looked like that
Oh
because
my
he's got
gosh.
this big old cheesy, just starstruck grin, and it's hilarious. So I'm like, that's what I
Yeah.
thought of when I was walking away.
We saw the trailer for the new Transformers. Alex is interested in it more than I am.
Well, yeah, because it's
Beast Wars stuff.
that's what I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this
Hopefully
Transformers. I was
it's
like,
good.
oh, these
I
are
don't know.
Transformers that I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what's the whole summer is going to consist of a lot of movies for us. I'll say that. Like The Flash is looking good.
There's a lot of movie. I think it's a lot of like what we're seeing now in 2023 is catch up from 2020 or I guess things that were made in 2019 going to be released in 2020 kind of thing, or got paused for
Production got
filming.
paused, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're seeing catch up, and like all of a sudden now we're just saturated with we've got this coming out, this coming out, this coming out because everybody's been able to do things now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you, Alex. Are you gonna see Little Mermaid at the end of this month?
Ooh.
So we were just talking about that today.
Yes.
I want to only because anybody in my family knows like that's like just my all-time favorite
Mhm.
Disney movie, and I really want to see where they're going to take this and how they're going to
Mhm.
depict it. But I have a very bad feeling I'm not going to like it just because there's not very many live action Disney movies that like remakes that I've enjoyed.
Gotcha.
So
they released
don't
the
care-
clip for Kiss the Girl.
they
if
did.
you want to watch it.
Oh, they did?
Like, you know how she sings and stuff in the trailer, like it
Mhm.
sounds her voice is amazing, like everything
Mhm.
sounds great, and obviously they're not going to sing everything directly on
Yeah.
cue like they're
Yeah.
supposed to. They're going to change it up, but from what I've heard, like her voice is growing on me. That's fine. I don't care that they're changing up like characters to make them look different. I just wonder what little things are going to change to make it live action.
I don't want to be seeing articles about this, but yeah,
Yeah.
they are saying that the sneak peek of Kiss the Girl was released during the MTV Movie and TV Awards on Sunday.
I know
Mm.
it doesn't matter how many trailers and stuff I see. I just feel like I have to see it, whether I like it or not. I'm hoping
Okay.
that it's not going to destroy anything. But like for instance, when we tried watching Aladdin, we got 20 minutes in, and all I wanted to do was go. I'm going to watch. It just
love
makes me want to
Aladdin.
go and watch the original Aladdin. But I think it's just because I'm just such a hardcore like. I did not want somebody to replace my genie kind of thing.
It's
Yeah.
I didn't
hard.
even give Will Smith a chance.
No.
I should try to watch it again, but it was just kind of it hurt too much. I was like,
Yeah.
no, too soon. Yeah, it's not too soon, but
No.
too soon kind of
I
stuff.
mean, you can argue remakes as much as you
Yeah.
want, whether or not they're
I know.
good.
I don't feel like they need to make live
I
action.
mean, should we
movies.
repaint the Mona Lisa because we have better paint?
It's a new generation
Yeah.
though for these,
I get
and it's
that, but like,
and
Really?
and they do really well with they used to do really well with live action, like because Pirates of the Caribbean did really
Oh
well
my
and
gosh.
but
stuff.
that's like original.
But they
Uh-huh.
weren't cartoon beforehand, and I
Money.
think they're running out of ideas.
Money.
They are running out of ideas.
Well, yeah, and
everybody's
money.
running
All
out of
about
ideas. What else can they?
Yes, money, money, money.
Like I'm interested in like the Pixar things, like the Pixar movies. I've always enjoyed. Like I see Elemental looks amazing.
Mhm.
Like you were saying before, Inside Out. I thought I was gonna hate it.
The sequel.
It
could
was
be
an
good.
amazing movie. It's one of
I'm
my
so
favorites.
excited for the sequel.
Isn't-
so excited
I
for
read
the
how
sequel.
did they
Yeah.
say how far of a time hop they're gonna do?
They did not.
No.
They need to do teenager though.
They
need
do.
to.
I hope
They
she's
need to
with.
do
I hope she's
teenager.
I
still
need
with the guy
teenager.
that she went on that's like girl, like right at the
The
end.
end is like just perfect.
I love
it.
seeing like the parents and the
how they
parents
they
people
argue and like
Oh, yes.
they do the little like what's the he like smiles at her and she's like he's gonna do the smile or the face or something. But I was like I told Josh, I was like, this is exactly what it's like in my head. Josh like, this is what it's like in my head. So it makes it really easy. Like they're so cool how they really got down and were able to
Have you seen Inside Out?
depict what it's like in somebody's head.
Okay.
I loved it. I love that movie.
Did you like it?
I don't remember.
I'm adding it. To the
Time to
list.
watch it again. But yeah, I'll probably go and see it. Josh doesn't. Josh
Are you
doesn't-
gonna see it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna see it. I have Little Mermaid this month, and then Indiana Jones next month.
When
So,
does it come out?
Little Mermaid is the 26th, and Jones is the 30th.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
But Jones
30th
is 100%.
of June. Sorry,
like,
30th of June.
Jones is just one of those. Whether or not we get another Crystal Skull, we're going to watch it. So
I don't think we're gonna get another Crystal Skull. I don't think we're gonna get another like
hoping
one
they
of the
learn.
original trilogies, but
no. But I'm hoping they learned from that.
I hope so too.
Hey, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed them all.
The second time around, it was not as bad, but it was, it was just kind of, they took so many years in between movies. You would have thought, oh my God, this is an Indiana Jones movie. We have to make it perfect, and then they did that. So
yeah, Steven Spielberg had an idea and ran with it. So we have a voicemail that I want to play here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do real quick, and then we'll get into our plugs. So we'll discuss what this voicemail is as well.
Yo, it's your boy, Patrick from the It Be Like That podcast, and Solus_64 on Twitch. Selfless plugs. Fun fact, I'm going to jump in here with my Briggs fun fact about Jerry Springer. You were talking about Jerry Springer on your last show. So he was, the whole politician and all that stuff, but do you know why he got in trouble and stopped being a politician? I'll tell you why. I mean, I love Jerry Springer, but I just think this is hilarious. He got with a prostitute and paid her with a check. Yes, he wrote out a personal check to a prostitute to pay her. Fun fact. Love the show, guys. Keep it up. Oh, and I hate the term staycation. It drives me nuts, and I will be going off on that on my next episode of If You Like That podcast this Saturday. But you'll be listening to this after the show. So, yeah.
I love Patrick.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that about Jerry.
I didn't either.
I think I did know, and I forgot.
How can you be that stupid?
I mean, if you're in Vegas, it's different, right?
How can you
Because
be
it's legal
that
there.
stupid?
But whatever.
Hey,
Maybe he
this
thought he
just
could get
happened in
away
the
with-
back of the car. Let me write you a
Maybe
check.
he forgot to get cash.
Go to a freaking ATM.
Okay, so Alex is telling us how to loiter prostitutes now.
Just saying. Are you that stupid? Here's a piece of paper. Do you know how to cash a check? Can you cash a check if you don't have a bank account?
You
What?
have to
Yes,
go
you
to
can.
the bank that's issuing it.
Or to Walmart. And
I don't
Oh,
think
I
they'll do
get-
personal checks.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They take $3.
Yeah.
Oh,
fee.
it's like a fee.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get around
Interesting. Did not know that.
it. All right, so Alex, do you want to plug your Twitch?
Yes, if you like to watch me stream, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. I will be back on my regularly scheduled program.
Yes, you will.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week, just because for once we're actually gonna be in town.
In town.
It's
It's gonna be good. What are you playing?
We will probably play Fall Guys and a mix of Fall Guys and Dead Island 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. As far as my stream goes, twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can find me there on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. This week, I'm probably scheduling that as far as like a full week for myself. So playing Fall Guys tomorrow, probably getting on early even for that. So maybe a little bit early because whatever, it's Fall Guys. It's amazing. I love it. One of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, and done playing Grounded for a little bit. But yeah, Fall Guys is going to be good. It's all the creative stuff. As far as our podcast goes, like if you guys hit that like button on our video here, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified, which we are live. I don't know when we're going to be live next, but hit that bell. We're going to be live sometime soon.
Hit the bell, you'll know.
Hit the bell, you'll know. We'll also, and just follow us on social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow us on there and then know when we're live because we announce it on there when we do. PTOUnlimited is what you'll search on all of them. PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are following the Discord. It's where we chat with all of our fans and friends, and we have our cosplay stuff up on there from our weekend. And if you guys want to call us, our voicemail is 224-225-5780, as said in our audio. You guys can leave a voicemail, and don't feel too bad to leave those plugs as well too of your if you're on a show. And also make
Shameless plug.
sure you guys are checking out our merch. We have free shipping until the end of May. Use code 7years, and yeah, we got the PTOUnlimited podcast stuff and all of our Twitch stuff on there as well. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Ah,
Ashley, your
Ashley's got plugs.
You can find me at Pixie Dust Twins Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and also by Ashley Danny on Instagram. Podcast comes out every Wednesday for Pixie Dust Twins.
You guys are weekly?
We are weekly on Pixie
Awesome.
Dust Twins, yes. But Ashley Danny is kind of when I'm able to do it.
Yeah, right. I get you. The cool thing about doing weekly is you get to stay a little in the know as far as like the same stuff. Like,
All the news and updates on Disney and
Well, we record like almost a month in advance because
so that
me and
might
her
not-
schedules are very different. So every other Saturday we schedule a month in advance. So right now we have all of May done since end of
Wow.
April.
Okay, nice. That's good.
did you want to
Huh?
re-announce what we're doing?
What?
Well,
With
he
our
hasn't
show?
hit the final note button.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, final note. This is my last show for a while.
Yep.
Taking a bit of a sabbatical while I work out some stuff with my career.
Building.
Yes. So
Career
got
building is
got
fun.
some stuff in the works there.
Uh-huh.
You want to talk about a schedule or an idea for a schedule or anything like that?
Nothing yet. We're not probably gonna have one this week. Next week maybe.
I don't know about
We'll
next
see.
week, but we discussed doing it at least every other week
Mhm.
if we're not doing it weekly, and then trying to get more just guests on in between. So
we might not be on Tuesdays,
Okay.
Yeah. So and then the day might change
depending
too.
on guest
So anyway,
availability.
we're still continuing with the show. It just might not be as often.
hmm
That's really it, and
Yeah.
on a different day.
Our second podcast is gonna have to be on the back burner for right now until we get something laid out for that. We don't have.
But we
anything ready.
were discussing it a little bit more
Last night
today,
and today.
yeah, about little things that we were going to be chatting about. But it is called
Couples Night podcast.
yes.
Because Alex and I invented that actually, couples night during the whole
I mean,
COVID
we didn't
pandemic.
invent it.
We invented that name for ourselves to
Yes.
be called a like Tuesday nights is actually couples night for us,
Yes.
where we turn well, we don't really do it anymore. We used to turn off all of our electronics and just
Yeah.
do things like board
We just
games
during
and stuff,
COVID, it became we were very inside all the time, away from friends and family, and it got very lonely and work come home, and we're like, we really need to start doing things together because we
Mhm.
used to always just like, oh, what do you want to do, and then we do it with friends, and we never really had like a me and him night. So we're like, let's
Have
do
you
that.
guys gone through and discussed your love languages? Do you know what that is?
Oh yes, I know
Okay.
what my love language
We
is.
didn't discover that until a couple years ago. How to actually
10 years ago.
no. The actual phrase love language. We didn't know that we had those.
Yes, when we moved here, it was like a year after we moved here is when
Oh, it's been that long?
yes,
Okay.
because I've learned about it through work because they wanted us to take the quiz to find out what type of love language we had, like what kind of personalities we had to help each other out in the hospital.
True. Okay. So you
And
you
I was
guys
like,
know about
"Oh,
that?
I've never done that before." And they said, "Oh, there's one for
Yeah.
couples too."
Oh.
Yeah, there's love languages. Like the original is love language for couples, and then it went to like love languages for work or friends. Like there's a lot of different. There's even like a teens love language out that I have the
Oh.
book for because I do it with
Oh,
my
that's
youth
a good
girls.
idea.
Yeah, I took the
Interesting.
quiz a long time ago, but I knew what it was going to be because it's. If anyone knows me really well, it's very obvious. But
Yeah.
you haven't taken the quiz, and I keep telling myself
I would be
he
very
needs to do
interested
it.
to know what your
Uh,
love
I
language
think I
is.
know what it is, but I want to like
There's
make
an
it
app
official.
called Love Nudge. I don't know if it's on Apple, but we have it on our Androids where we're able to actually take a test and know what each other's love languages, what each other's needs are, and when to like remind ourselves to do things for each
like
other.
Josh and I are completely different love languages.
Mhm.
At, like our top ones.
I was like,
Yeah.
not all of them are, but
Yeah.
we got a couple.
So we got suggested like during the app because we didn't realize not talking to each other about these languages. Like Josh's number one was physical touch,
Mhm.
and mine was I think
Acts
words
of service.
acts of service and words of affirmation are like
affirmation.
50-50.
Mm.
And we didn't realize that the negativity that you get. So if I don't give him a hug today, that's like really negative to him. And if he
Mhm.
doesn't say, "Oh, Alex, you did the dishes, great job," that's like if I did them
If
and
it's
he
not acknowledged,
if it's not acknowledged,
or-
that's really, really hurtful. So the doing the
Mhm.
complete opposite of the love language is like really bad to the other person. So when we got the app actually has like remind you, oh, give Josh a hug today. Not to like remind me, but oh, hey, do
Mhm.
this to show that you love him because it's not
Meaningful.
my way of showing love.
right.
Yeah.
So
that could
yeah,
help you, I
it's
guess, in the
really,
long run if you
really
ever feel
good.
like doing
Really
that.
good.
I recommend it for anybody
Mm-hmm.
who wants to learn more about themselves and their partners.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
really good to have. But on that note, I think we should get out of here. We've been on for 2 hours. I knew this was going to be a long
We
show.
usually are on that long because
When we have guests, we have
on.
a lot to say, and we didn't even get to talking about what actual AI stuff that we've always been having.
You
on the
and I
back
can
burner.
talk
We
about
can
that
discuss
next time.
next time. So yeah, I think that's all. Thank you very much for joining us, Ashley.
Thank
It
you
was a
for
lot of fun.
having me.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
maybe
you.
we'll have whenever you're on again, Brett. I don't know when that is. We'll have to just keep that on the back burner and note.
For
so,
sure.
all right, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye.